Hey, welcome everybody to another Saturday afternoon hangout. My name is Jerry and you're watching 3DHP. The noise in the background, I've got my MPCNC doing some carving. It'll be done soon, so you won't have to hear that noise. If you can hear it at all, I don't know. We've got people in the back room, people to bring in, lots of stuff to talk about. So we'll welcome everybody here in the comments in just a minute. Let me bring everybody in. Hey, Betty Boop.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Matt that's not there. Hey, Liam.
I'm still here.
Hey, Vincent.
Hey.
Hello, Kieran.
Hey all, how's it going, peoples?
Yeah, Kieran had to be brought in last because he's the furthest away.
You go down through Chad here. Hello, non-fam. Navari, Trevor. Hello. Stephen Poole, how you doing? Dean Hintz, Audra Murphy. 3D Prints for you by Ron. Hello.
Hey, Ron.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've got a link there if you guys want to pop in, hang out, and chat. We're going to stream anywhere from, 2 to 4 hours today. We're live on YouTube, my Facebook group, my Facebook channel in 1080p. So everybody that dropped in, they were able to pick 1080p. If it didn't automatically do it, Facebook only broadcasts in 720p. And if you're watching Facebook, click the stream link above the video. That way it will show up your name in chat, and you type your name, and won't just say Facebook user. So...
Hello, Rich.
Louisiana Hobby Guy. Hello, Rich. How you doing? Yeah, he's working on his garage today, his workshop. Got a lot of work going on there. I'm sure if he can drop in, he will, but he'll probably just be listening. He's a busy man today. The Astro printer's got some burning going on.
Well, no, that's from this morning. And the output is...
Hey, Ron. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hold on. Here we go, Liam.
Oh, you do it again? So that's the output of the laser this morning.
Is that just a vector, straight black and white, Liam? It's not grayscale.
That's just plain black and white.
Hey, Ron. How you doing today?
That's just plain black and white.
Hey, Ron. How you doing today?
I'm doing all
Ron
right.
needs to mute his YouTube.
Yeah, you mute YouTube, and we can barely hear you at the moment.
You can barely hear me?
No, we can hear you fine.
That's
We can hear you now.
All right, there you go.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out how I
I
can
got
hear
a lot
you
of
guys.
noise in my background, too, so...
That's not bad output for a
I'll figure this out.
30-watt laser, which is an output of 3 watts.
3
In
watts?
the meantime, I got a lot of...
The 20-watt laser is 3 watts. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 20-watt in, 3 watts out. A 30-watt in is a 5 out. A 40 in is a 7 out.
ISPC.
That's how it equates in lasers.
So, whoever wants to start going first, I'll make you big and we can chat away. So
I'm big enough, Jerry. You don't need to make me big.
Yeah. I don't need more. Oh,
Billy.
Speaking of big, let's start with Matt. Hey, Matt, what have you been working on lately?
Well, on a few things actually. I finished my Anycubic competition. I'm happy about that. So it seems like a lot of people are happy now. And yeah, I've been printing that.
Nice.
Halo Flat.
Oh, I was going to ask you, is that the mother-in-law?
Matt, I'll bring you back in a minute. We got a new special guest I want to bring in. Hasn't been on here before. Hey, Henry, how you doing?
Hello, Henry.
How's it going, Jerry? Appreciate
Very
it.
nice to meet you. He is an awesome painter, has a great YouTube channel, everybody. So, what have you been up to?
Oh, man, just enjoying the day off with the wife and not printing anything today, man. I'm taking some time off.
Never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing, right?
So you're a painter? You model painting?
I do painting, printing, you name it, I pretty much do it. I try it anyway.
Well,
I
have very
like the door
limited
hanger.
painting skills.
If it doesn't get me into trouble, I'll try it.
Yeah. Now, my painting skills are limited to one color that comes straight out of the spray can.
Yep.
You don't paint, Liam. That's just not
I
you.
don't even go that far. I let it be the way it is.
Oh no,
All natural. Yeah.
I do some of that too.
Well, you
I
guys
got
need
no
to tune
feelings.
into my. You guys need to like tune into my YouTube channel and let me show you some painting tutorials and stuff.
Oh no, I'm just artistically
Like some
lacking.
people are musical, or some
Yes.
people are like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe Jerry
Some-
needs to
artistic
tune in,
eclectic
Jerry.
piece.
Yeah,
I'll grab a
Something-
link here in a minute.
yeah. My
Something-
artistic skills are about the equivalent of an elephant tiptoeing through a china shop. That's how artistic I am.
I'm not allowed paints. I'm not even allowed crowns because they go back in the box with chew marks on them. So that's the limit I go.
It's not that hard, guys. It's just a matter of. It's just a matter of just having fun with it, just doing what you can do, and just thinking outside the box a little bit, and just just having fun. I mean, if you don't have fun with it, what's the point in doing it, right?
Jerry,
Yeah,
did you hear what he just said?
Henry, do you have any prints you want to show off on screen there?
I can, but I have to get my wife to get them.
Oh.
And she's out actually taking down Christmas or Halloween decorations.
You
right
can
now.
share your screen if you'd like and just show them off your computer.
I don't think I have any on my picture here.
My
Okay.
husband's supposed to get my Christmas stuff out of the
All right.
shed
The
this weekend.
Wolfman, real quick. Yeah. Just 1 second. She's going to get me something here I've been working on. I just finished it up for the. I don't know if you guys have heard of Monicure. It's a competition that they're doing with their Wolfman done by Paul Braddock. He designed it, and so like the winner gets like all kinds of, and they get an Anycubic Photon Mono X, like dozens of gallons of resin and all kinds of stuff. So I'm entering that contest just to see if I can win. I mean, I'm just having fun with it. Like I said before, and it's a. Here she comes with one. So this is the Wolfman here. It's a 1/6 scale.
Nice.
The video's up on my YouTube channel if you guys can see that. But that's my
Oh, that's awesome, Henry. I like that.
that's my competition piece right there. I've just got to take some pictures and send it in. I'll post some pictures here in just a second. And
Very nice.
I just did a video
Which
with
competition
another
you were
design
talking
of
about?
Venom from Dosis 3D. It's a new Patreon for me, a new Patreon account. You see that Venom right there, babe. And this one was fun to paint. I did it kind of it started out at a Zenithal paint job. And it kind of transformed to something a little different from there. But this is the one I just posted.
Your camera's drop resolution there, Henry. It's very
There you go,
Okay.
Bucky,
your
for a
signal.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share my screen here with some pictures. Let me see if I can pull up some.
What's your
Yeah.
YouTube channel, Henry?
It's the Creative Collector.
Here, I'm putting it in chat right now.
Let me see if I can.
Okay, there it is in chat.
There you go, Chris. The link's there in chat, Chris.
Hey, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Let me see if I can show you guys some pictures here.
Have you ever painted any Spawn figures of any kind?
I have not. So this is one. This is the. Can you guys see that?
Oh, let me share it. Hold on. There we go. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's colourful.
There we go.
That's yeah. That's the Venom I just finished up. And did a
That's
video for it.
intense.
That's nice.
And let me get out of this, and I'll show you.
Fucking headphones there. Shit.
Ron,
And here's a
having
better
trouble.
picture of the Wolfman.
Very nice.
I like the blood spray. That's nice.
The details in the paint is crazy.
Yeah, I try to take my time with it and
There they are.
try to do a decent job. I try to do the artist justice. This is a Ghost Rider that I did a while back, a Cosmic Ghost Rider. That one is part of Wicked Art. They're a Patreon that I follow, and I do some painting and stuff for them, make some videos.
That flame came out really, really nice too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hello,
so
Tim.
Hey there,
just,
Tim.
hey, I'm having fun with it, that's all.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Hey, guys.
Let me share a screen here real quick. There's his channel right here over on YouTube, The Creative Collector.
Just subscribed.
Thank you. I just started this channel just back in like June, just because I enjoy painting, I enjoy 3D printing, I enjoy art as a whole, and I just figured that, you know, what the hell, I got some time on my hands and make some videos and have fun with it.
You have a great channel.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's growing pretty good. I think we're probably close to 700 subscribers. So once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to give a piece or two away that I've done in one of my videos, just simply because I just don't have enough room. I've got this stuff sitting all through my house, and I've been collecting all kinds of stuff over the years, and I just really don't have the room for it. So I figured, you know, hey, I'll give a piece to my subscribers just for supporting the channel, and I'll do that every so often. And yeah, hopefully,
Yeah, I've got a MPC&C behind me making a lot of noise. It'll be done soon. Then I don't know if you can hear it, but that'll go away here soon.
I see a Titanic looking back there.
Finally, I think I got it.
That's my hobby room where my wife is, another side of the house.
We can hear you, Ron. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now. I had to get my headset on. I forgot.
Yeah, but he's referring to
I'm trying to remember all this video stuff. Just blows me away. Every time I get on a channel or try to do a video, I just get lost.
Jerry, Henry's referring to the boat you have behind you, the ship, the model of the ship your brother did.
Oh. Hold on, maybe bigger. Yeah, my brother hand built that based off of a photo.
That's nice.
The Lusitania.
Oh, that's nice.
Plywood by hand. He had a couple black and white photos that he made the ship. It weighs about 40 pounds. It's 6 foot long. And I've got it on Facebook for $600 for it. It's not a perfect replica, but you know, my brother was a carpenter by trade. He's not into computers or nothing like that. So everything was hand cut, hand built, done by hand with the tools he had on hand. So he's got a whole bunch of 8-footers that he wants to sell. So I told him I'll bring him to Vegas one at a time, and as I sell them, I'll go out to Prump. He lives an hour away from me. Pick up another one, bring back to town, and put it up on Facebook.
It's nice job.
I saw that video you had on YouTube of that boat there.
What's going on, Tim?
Not a whole lot. Just trying to get things back in order and organized in here. I tore this whole place apart, moved a wall right here just to give more of the basement so Ethan can play. So I'm just trying to get, I'm purging basically is what I'm doing. So
have you seen Chris Riley earlier? He really purged and changed his whole basement.
His basement, like John's, a complete rebuild from the ground up.
Yeah, he did great. He decluttered the whole background of his basement, whereas I've cluttered the whole background of mine. So
I actually took over one of the bedrooms in my house.
Yeah, I can't hog the whole basement anymore. I was told.
I took out the dining area.
Yeah, I'm in the living room in my house. In that other picture.
I have about 50% of my one part of my basement. I have a big basement, so about 50% of one part, and then here is my office that I work out of.
So this door behind me that you see, that's 550 square feet of my collection room.
Oh wow!
And, yeah, I mean, I've been into Punisher stuff ever since I was 14 years old. So I have like one of the biggest Punisher collections in the world, actually. And just tons of stuff in there. It's completely chock full. So I can't print out there because of the just space constraints. So I actually just took over one of my bedrooms to print in.
Nice.
Don't say you're taking it apart again, Tim.
No. This is my ADXL 345 for the
that's your accelerometer.
Input shaping. I just made this cable.
Yeah.
So
But that's the accelerometer, right?
yes. So I printed the mount that I can use to mount it on my head right now. Not on my head, but on the print head. And I'm gonna probably tomorrow on my stream. I haven't decided if I'm streaming or not tomorrow again because this place is a
your
mess.
streams on Sunday.
Jamie can't.
I missed your streams on Sunday, D-Wit.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe I will stream tomorrow just and do the input shaping. What the heck?
Is that a triaxial accelerometer or just a biaxial?
It's XYZ.
Yep, triaxial, yep.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, ADXL 345.
Yeah.
So,
Jamie is a great painter, and she usually pops in with us for the last 3 or 4 weeks. She's judging some kind of a competition where she lives at, painting statues and stuff, so she probably won't be in today.
Is that Jamie from Homemade Jam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She's been on there for the last 3 or 4 weeks with us. I'm always looking for new faces and great people to bring on, and they can come hang out, talk about what they're doing, plug themselves. I have no problem. Any place you want to plug that you're involved in, I have no problem with you posting it or sharing it or whatever.
I hate when I grow on here.
We do our best not to cuss as much as possible, but and like I say, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. So,
hey there, Red Light.
If something slips, it slips. But anyway,
yeah,
we don't try not to do politics, sex, stuff like that.
No.
There's nothing to talk about, Jerry.
Yeah,
That's the politics of 3D printing.
Yeah, it's usually me that says something off in left field. We try not to go there.
Yeah, Jamie just posted her Athena that she did from Mega.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yep.
Quite impressive.
That.
Yeah, she's really good. I've chatted with her once or twice and everything. She seems like a really nice person, and she's got a good up and coming channel. So that's awesome. I just like to see people, get involved in the painting and printing and having fun and doing what they want to do with it, and she's definitely, she's a small channel just like me, and she's come a long way and everything. So yeah, she does a really nice job.
I'm ready to nap.
Well, we're all into printing here. Every one of us are into printing of some form. So, I've got 22 printers.
Oh, jeez.
I'm catching up.
Where are you from?
I'm sorry?
Where are you from?
I'm from the great state of Tennessee.
Alrighty then.
He's a volunteer.
Yeah, no, I'm in Tennessee.
They have a great college football team, let me tell you.
Well, it depends on what year.
There you go.
How many years has it been? I've been doing every year.
I've got a lot of FDM printers. I got 2 resin printers, K40 laser, 2 diodes, and an MP CNC in the garage that I mostly printed. CNC that I built over a year ago, and then it sat for a year. I didn't do nothing with it, and I recently got it up and running, and now I'm happier than hell that I'm making some cool stuff.
Hey, Red Light.
Here's a sign I'm working on right now. I just carved.
Hey, Red Light. Is that
Brandy and Jerry Knapp. I'm going to put resin epoxy in the letters. And I'm working on one right now for my sister and her husband for Christmas.
It'd be white.
Okay.
I'm mainly into resin printing. I've got an FDM printer out there. Actually, I just won one from Anycubic.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And so they're sending me. No, I'm sorry, it's Elgu. Yeah, Elgu. And entered a little contest, and they picked me with it. So I'm actually probably going to give that away on my channel.
Sweet. Yeah, I have resin printers. I have another one coming this coming week. Sometime probably by Wednesday or Thursday of this week. I have another printer coming. I have a lot of FDM. I have resin. I have CO2 laser. I have a diode. I have about 5 diode lasers at this point. And I have some the mini desktop CNCs. I don't have a large CNC, but I have a couple of desktop CNCs.
I've looked into getting a CNC, but I just don't know how much I would actually use it. Mainly everything that I do for the channel has been in resin. I want to get a bigger FDM printer because right now all I have is just an Ender 3. And I actually want to do some props, helmets, different stuff like that for the channel. Just to have fun with it, just to toy around and get some experience with it because most of my stuff has been in resin.
Red light. Scroll up. His channel is listed in chat up above. I'll repost it here in a little bit, and then after we're done, I'll put it in the description below the video. And before I forget, for the last couple of weeks or 2 weeks ago, Bruno Massa, which is in chat, wanted me to show. He had a big sale going on, which is now over. But he wanted me to show a bunch of his prints, and I just seen him in chat. Yeah, Bruno, I have it on the next screen here. Let me show some of his work from his site. Let me share my screen real quick.
Well, I'm going to grab the print.
Is it out there?
Whereabouts?
All right, dude, let me tell you what I like.
Bugs Bunny. Here's my buddy.
I wouldn't mind turning some of those into lithophane.
That would be cool.
Oh,
those are nice.
he's very talented.
Those are great.
Yeah, those are nice.
Very nice.
Got some great color in them. Really good work. Really good painting. Hi, that was cool.
That's the same venom that you had there, Henry.
Yeah. It's a pretty popular venom. Just came out. I think Uncle Jesse's actually doing a print on it.
I like
as well.
that one, Jerry.
Yeah, let's go to the beach.
I like the beach.
I think everybody likes the beach.
Not true.
Nope. No.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't.
Some people don't. That's too bad for them.
My stepmom
The
hates
ocean
the
waves are
beach.
nice.
Harlequin.
She's all different colored, isn't she?
The Harlequin is, yeah. Whereabouts in
I'm not
Tennessee,
sure
Henry?
if
Because
they have any
old curmudgeons.
I am
Tennessee as well.
right outside of Memphis.
There you
Nice.
go, old curmudgeon.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in the city of Memphis if they paid me.
I have friends that live in Chattanooga.
I'm not trying to dog it or anything like that. It's just not very safe in a lot of areas. I'm a peace and quiet type person. I like being away from people, and I'm not saying that because just whatever.
Hey, Mini Tim. How's it going, Mini Tim?
Hey, Danny.
We just stay away from people.
I just seen you down there.
I'm a very private person, I guess you can say.
I can understand that.
Thank you for joining. How you doing?
I'm having some little printer issues.
Uh-oh. What's the matter?
I ordered that sensor that goes to my hot end, and it's supposed to touch the bulk plate when it does. I level it out and everything. And it goes gets ready to take off the print. It takes off and it sinks. So I had to get it replaced.
So your print is falling off.
Yeah.
The filling plate. You may want to apply some. What kind of plate do you have? Glass?
Yeah, it's a glass hot.
Yeah, maybe put some hot glue stick or get something like this. This helps. But definitely make sure that your bed is level.
Yeah, I always make sure that it's leveled perfectly.
What is it?
Just smear a little bit on it, and then let it dry, and then start printing. And it should keep. If you keep the bed like
Or hex keys.
55,
Hex key, please, Tim.
They're hex keys.
55C, then it should not drop either, because the heat
they're not
system
crowbars, they're
both
hex keys.
stick together. And once it cools down, the hot plate, it will just pop off.
I know.
So never let your hot plate cool off.
What type of printer is this?
It is Labbit ET4, basically like an A9 ET4 knockoff.
That's for tightening screws.
And your parts are not sticking to the bed?
It's
Are you
about.
making another printer?
No, this is all the one I'm making. This is all the electronics for the printer.
Oh,
Cool, huh?
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out where the noise is coming from.
I don't know either.
So what's the problem you're having with it? It's an FDM printer and the parts are not sticking, right?
No, it's the hot end. It floats in there because the sensor needs to be replaced.
So the hot end is not,
After homing, it starts to print in here. It pulls
Okay,
up too
so
high.
if it homes, when it homes, is the nozzle at the right level of the bed, or is it too high?
It's just like when it goes, I have it leveled perfectly right where I want it, and then when it goes to print, it takes off, lifts up it's supposed to, and then goes to the bed. But
Is it an Ender 3v2?
No.
Basically, what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to go up and then go down. But instead it goes up, goes
Okay.
higher, and then print.
Okay, 2 questions. Do you have auto bed leveling on your printer?
Yeah.
Okay, your Z offset is wrong. So
Okay.
when it homes itself, and it normally, and then it does an ABL, so it does a test of the bed, right? It moves around the bed.
Yeah.
Yes. So when it comes, what happens when you start a print, it moves out, and when it tests the bed, it tests the distance from the sensor to the bed, right?
Yeah.
It triggers the sensor, the ABL, and I'm assuming you're using like a normal ABL where it's a plunger that pops up every time you touch the bed, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is there's a thing called Z offset that you have to change in your printer. So when the printer comes out, it doesn't know how far to come down. It just goes to where the sensor said it was 0, right? So you need to set it. You need to figure out how the distance from the nozzle to your bed to the right level. And what you do is you turn around and you do a negative Z offset, and it brings it down below that where the sensor said it should be to the bed level, and then it will print on the bed. So that'll take a bit of practice. But so if you measure the distance and then set the Z offset in your firmware, there should be an option there that says Z offset.
Okay, because I tried that. I adjusted the Z offset. I leveled it with paper, and nothing worked. So
Yeah,
I
but
had to replace it.
yeah, but did you set the Z offset
No, I haven't
in
had the whole
your
family
printer,
on.
or did you set the Z offset in your slicer?
Yes, I did. I actually
No,
had no
which
problem
one?
with it before.
Twitch 3D. Okay.
What is it set to right now?
Twitch 3D.
Yeah.
That was the picture one. And I played the regular one.
I think negative 15. That's what I always have it.
Everybody wave.
Hi.
Happy families. And the puppy. And the puppy.
Yeah, say it.
Mute is all.
You hear the feedback?
Hold on, let me mute myself.
I think it's Ron.
Yeah, I think that's where it was coming from.
Yeah, it's you, Ron. Mute. You're getting verbal feedback.
Yep.
Your mic is making all kinds of static electrical sounds, so I got you on mute right now.
Yeah. So
that's fine. Yep.
Okay, Denny. So you have it set to a negative number already on the printer.
My camera, I'll show you.
Yeah, it might be easier to see what's going on because if it's doing an ABL, you should have a negative Z offset so it comes down to the bed, and you either don't have it set high enough, like a negative enough number to move down, or your Z end stop is too high, and when it comes over and tries to trigger, it's actually hitting the Z end stop, and that's stopping it from moving all the way down. I'm guessing one or the other.
Okay, let me see what I got.
Yes, Sergio.
Freaked me out. I thought that was me.
I think it's his printers interfering.
Yeah, literally interfering with the pickup. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a record for you, Jerry. 10 concurrent streamers at once in his channel.
I know, we've done that before
It's
here.
usually like
10?
8 or 9.
Yeah.
10? I don't know, 10. I haven't seen 10.
10. 10 is the max, I believe.
Yeah.
When you have the subscription.
Yeah, let's see if we can help Denny work through this problem. Then we all start gabbing about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put in full screen, Jerry. So let's see what's happening.
So right now it's like right above the bed.
Okay, that's 0, for everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's why I
okay.
said 0, 0, 0.
Okay, so where's your Z offset?
It's, hold on. That's where my auto level is at.
That's negative
That's
0.5 of a millimeter.
0.15
You need
millimeters.
to do try -5, as in increase the number to 5.00.
Ow.
Negative 5.00. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause 0.15
No,
is
the other way.
minus
The other way.
0.5.
Yeah, minus. Keep going. No,
Minus
that's
5.
0.05. It should be minus
going.
5.00. Keep going. Negative all the way down. You're not down low enough. Yeah.
Yep,
Keep
that's
going.
it.
Hold the button in. It might go faster. Yeah, bring it down
A
to
little
5,
steps.
and let's see if that's closer. If it is, we'll adjust it each time until we get it to where it's touching the more. Way more.
5.
That's
5.
only -1. We need to go to -5.
Oh, okay. Then you keep going. Okay.
Yeah, you keep going. I'll tell you when you get there. 3. Keep going.
I'm glad y'all can
3.
help people out.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, go more. Okay. Again. Okay, and then okay. Save it. Okay. Hit okay.
No.
Now, is that closer or worse?
No, he has to home and bring it back out again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show you what it looks like when I home it.
Yeah.
Just keep thinking.
Because that looks like it's about an inch, 20 odd mils above the bed
Yeah,
at the moment.
but we're trying with 5. We bring it down an
Yeah.
increment to get it close, and then we do the paper.
See if it gets closer every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was at 0.15, which is a 0.1 of a millimeter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, X and
Okay,
Y
let's have a
home
look.
fine. That's definitely homing. It's triggering the sensor. You see the ABL. Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's triggering the sensor. So what's next?
They're crashing into the bed again. That
Yeah,
means
but
it's got to be adjusted up a little bit higher.
okay, so the last time it didn't crash into the bed, but this time it did, right?
Right.
Okay, so now you make that number to a little bit less, to 0.3. To minus 3. Minus 3. The other side. Change that number to 3.00. Now, I want you to do one more thing. Get a sheet of paper, a flat sheet of ordinary white plain paper that's from your printer, and put it under the nozzle where the nozzle homes to.
Okay.
He's an Aquanet user for adhesion. No, not now. Hit home first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that. And then get that under where the nozzle will be. Okay, that's looking better. Now, can you move the sheet of paper?
Yep.
Okay.
Raise the camera. Raise the camera slightly.
Raise
so
the
we can see
camera
where the
higher so
nozzle
we can
is.
see the nozzle distance. Down lower, down lower. So I would say, is it rubbing the nozzle at all when you move the paper?
No, because I can't pour it.
Okay. Now let's go back.
3.5.
Yeah, do it to minus 3.5 this time. No, the other way. 3.5. No, that's 3.50. 3.50. Go to the negative again. 3.50. Yeah, go. Keep going.
Keep going.
Again.
Live adjust.
Yeah.
Some printers don't have live adjust. Now, home it again and see what happens. Take your hand off the bed. Don't touch the bed when this is happening.
That
Now,
looks pretty
move the
close.
paper.
I still feel it going down into the bed.
No, is it touching the paper?
Yes, now I can pull it.
Okay,
So
do 3.2. or 3.2 or 3.3. I think if it's jamming and it can't move, it needs to move up a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.3. No, 3. There. Let's try that.
Yep.
And do it again. Yeah.
You're not far off now, though.
Yeah, you're very close to it. Keep your hand off the bed. Don't put your hand on the bed when you do this, because you'll push in the springs. Now try move the paper only.
Now it's like the hot end is bending. It's not coming out at all.
Okay, increase it again. Go to 3.1. There, try there. Okay. Home it again. We need to find the offset is what we need to do. So. Contact. Move the bed. Move the paper only.
Now you can see the ABL's staying on, so it's touching still.
Should barely be grabbing.
Yeah, so go lower again. Do the 2.5.
2.75.
2.7, 2.7, 2.6, something like that.
You should be able to move the paper, but barely feel it grabbing.
So
like
adjust that
sandpaper.
number down again. Touch the right. No. Touch the right
No.
arrow. Go to the plus symbol.
2.7 minus 2.75.
Yeah, good. No, the other side. The other side.
Yeah, keep going.
2.75. Yeah, go on.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Try there. Try there.
That'll look. That'll look.
Now home again. We'll get there.
Yep.
It doesn't have a live adjust, so triggered.
Now it's not. So it's
Try move. Okay, go lower number again. 2.5. No, yeah.
That'll look.
That'll do. So try there. Try homing again. We're getting there.
Oh, did you guys see on Facebook? You know Marcel Roberts, our 3D print friend. He's in the backdrop in one of the Gotham episodes. He's interviewing somebody because he's a part-time actor, or I guess he's a full-time actor. But
it's still grabbing.
Okay.
Go lower again. Different number. Go to 1.8. Go to 1.8.
Keep going. Keep going.
Go
Keep
on.
going. Keep going.
There. Try home now.
That'll look.
Okay, no. Stop.
Whoa.
Go home. Hit the home button now. Okay. Try the paper now.
No.
Jamming. But it was so high off it a while ago. Go down again. Change it to 1 point. What is that now? 1.0.
Yeah, see, it was ripping it.
Yeah, too close. Yeah. Try now.
I feel it buzzing. It was going way into the back.
Is the ABL sensor loose and it's actually not?
I don't know.
I may have to fix the sensor again.
Yeah, because it's triggering where it shouldn't be. It should trigger. Set it to 0. Just try setting it to 0. I want to try something. Set it to 0, 0, 0.
Well, at least you have an idea of what you have to work on, where you got to go.
I want to see if that's if it homes there. I have a feeling it's.
Now, there we go. That's free there. It's free.
Now go to negative 0.2. Yeah, try that.
Yep.
Is it rubbing the nozzle when you do that a while ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it should be barely rubbing the nozzle. I mean, very, very barely touching it. Okay, try now.
That's.
Is it rubbing or not?
You can see the nozzle right there.
No. When you
You
slide
feel
the
it
paper,
scratching when you move the paper. You feel
is it nozzle scratching the paper?
No, it's like not even touching the.
Okay, go a negative one more. If you're at 0.1, go to 0.2. Go to negative 0.2. I think there's something wrong because we were here a while ago and it didn't do it. Try it again.
Yeah.
Home again. Now, oh, by the way, one thing. When you're moving the paper, don't put the weight of your hand on the bed because you're squashing the springs. Only hold the paper. 2 fingers. No. Don't put your hand
touch
on
the bed.
Take your hand off the bed. Just hold the paper between your thumb and forefinger. Pinch the paper and move the paper like this.
I can't even see anything. Okay.
No. When you put your hand on the bed to move the paper, you're compressing the springs. Don't do that. Hold the paper with your thumb and forefinger only and move it. Give it a try.
Oh, I see what you mean like this.
Correct.
Is it scratching a little bit?
No.
Okay, go down one more point. Negative 0.3. That's fine.
0.5.
Yeah.
No. Try there. Hey, I'm going to inch it down. Home again. And always use thumb and forefinger. Yeah, let it settle. Slightly scratching.
It's gotta come down just like one more.
Okay, try it. And home again, and let's see if we can get it to it barely. It should not jam the paper, it should scratch the paper.
But we started at 0.15 and we just passed that again, so that's...
Yeah. Try again.
Well, that's touching.
Yeah,
that's touching a little bit.
Like 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
Hardly.
Let's try this. Yep, it's like lightly, like heavy.
That's where you want it. That's where you want
exactly
it.
where you want it. Now
What's
try
the
your
number?
thing. What's that number? Remember, write down that number. What is it? 0.4?
0.4, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, right. 0.40. Now, okay that and go try print now.
Okay, but it's like really heavy. It's not light scratch.
Okay, it's not. It's a heavy scratch or light scratch.
It's a heavy scratch.
Okay,
go to 0.4, 0.35.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, just like
that looks nice and light. Yep.
It's not a light scratch.
That's good. That looks better. Now
Yeah,
try
you could tell when he tugs on it, it's catching.
It's catching a little bit.
Yeah.
But he can't push it forward with thumb and forefinger, so that's not so bad. He should go a little bit lighter, but it's only moving in 0.5 increments. He can't do 0.1s or 0.01s.
I'll try that out.
Give it a try. Try printing with it, and let us know. If you're not, you can join Jerry's channel, 3D Printing and Painting, or mine. 3D Printing Help Desk is mine as well.
3D HP, yeah.
Yeah, 3D HP or 3D Printing Help Desk.
He's on 3D Print Noob Group also, Maps channel.
Yeah, there's a couple of us out there. Jump on our groups, and we'll help you through it. We'll get it working for you.
All right, thanks.
Henry, at some point in the future, if you have time, I'd like to have you on as a special guest, one-on-one, 1 week when you're available. You come on for an hour. We talk about your prints, what you do, and everything's all about you, basically.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, just let me know when you'd like to do that.
That way, when you're in a hangout, it's kind of hard to one person just to talk when you have a lot of people, but I do hangouts to help everybody out, and everybody can come in and talk about what they're working on or not doing. And
well, the one big thing that I get out of all this is being a community. I mean, with helping each other out, just like that, you know. And that's why I do what I do with these videos, is so I can kind of pass along some of the things that I've learned, and because I mean, the information is invaluable. I mean, it's something that you never can stop growing and stuff like that. So definitely love the community aspect of everything in this kind of hobby. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're always learning something new every time, every week, every day.
So Jerry.
It's finished. Looks good.
Look at that.
First
printed
print.
that on the Smart.
That's on the CR10 Smart, or should I say the CR10 DOOM. It's not a good
printing.
Printer. It's printing, but it's turbo printer.
Tripod.
And it's great. It's great until you find out that the layers did not really adhere, and you pull the base of it off.
Wow.
So it sticks really well.
Well, that's the first print, and I'll tune it. I'll get it working eventually. I had to do the ABL and G code, and it still needs work. Their ABL code in the printer is atrocious, to be nice about it. So
I've heard that printer is horrible, and I was looking into getting it. So
no, don't. You'll hate if anybody ever recommends it to you. You'll never be able to print again.
By Bruno Massa right here. He just pinged me a couple more pictures. It looks nice.
Don't get the CR10 Smart. It's got its name is not real. It's a CR10 DOOM.
Smart decision would be not to get it.
Yeah, the smart decision is not to buy it. Yeah.
Matt is there, Bruno. His mic's still off. Matt's muted.
That's okay.
So he's not paying attention. So there he is. Just realised. There we go.
No.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Bruno was chasing you there, Matt.
So
I actually thought that Heidelberg had problems with its bed caps stuff kept flying off. That's what I thought in the beginning.
Yeah, it's not smart, Carl. You're correct. When I got mine, and the motherboard died the second time I gave it power. Powered up for one right the first time.
Yeah, I did that on my MPC and see the logo for Witcher. And then I burned it with a torch and clear coated it. Came out pretty good. But I oversized it a little bit. It kind of ran off the wood, but that was like my second thing I ever did on it. So I'm just experimenting.
I was probably funny to say there, but I won't go there because it's not Jerry's stream.
Thanks for having me, Glenn. So.
No worries, Denny.
Yeah.
Let us know how you get on.
You updated.
I don't have the Viper, so I can't comment on it. So
I have a broken Viper that was a return going back to Anycubic. The first thing that I didn't like about it, I don't have it up and running yet, but the anti-backlash nuts were plastic on it. They weren't brass, they were plastic. They were broke, so I put brass ones on it. I have a bad control board, so I haven't printed anything on it. But it looks like a nice looking machine. But on their Viper group, I've heard of different people having different issues. But I don't really have an opinion because I don't have it up and running properly.
There it is. It's there.
The strain gauge had lots of problems at the start, but it seems to fix that. So otherwise, it's a CR6SE clone, so it can't be too bad.
Yeah, Robert, I haven't got into doing the stuff that the Loyal is doing and the farm machinery stuff that he's doing. I've been busy with the Toys for Tots, so I haven't got into doing the stuff with Loyal. Maybe if they started earlier in the year, I can get more involved in that. But he just came up with that about 2 weeks ago. And I was already buried in the other stuff.
How's your Toys for Tots coming, Liam?
I can tell you exactly how many I've done. Let me just open the spreadsheet. I have printed.
Hey, Trevor, how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hey, Trevor. Long time.
Hey, Trevor, how are you?
Been a while.
Long time no see.
I know. It's been busy.
How is the helicopter washing going?
It's actually next weekend.
You messed up.
So
it's been a busy week.
I've done 964 toys, and I've used 25 spools of filament.
Oh my
Didn't
god!
make,
Wow.
didn't make the 1,000, Liam. Shame on
No,
you.
I'm out of material. I keep running out of material all the time.
So you had to wash a helicopter this morning, Trevor, before you went to work, or?
It's next weekend, actually. I was off by a week.
Don't you listen, Jerry?
Okay.
So, yeah, next weekend.
Actually, I don't. I'm hearing everybody talk. My MPNC's going in the background.
You
So I,
son of a bitch.
you know,
Oh, I thought that was gone already.
That's the 5+ you're running there,
I usually got
Trevor.
to put one hand over my ear so when things come in, I can think about them until they go flying out the other side.
I love that printer.
So let's
This
do
is I put a direct drive micro squist setup on it for
Yeah.
a customer.
If you're looking
I got-
for a big FDM printer, Henry, the CR, the Creality Ender 5+ is a great printer.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
sweet, Trevor.
Yeah,
Hey, Trevor,
I've been kind of doing some research on it, and it seems like the specs on it's got a good build volume and everything. That's mainly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, the only thing you want to change is you want to change out the main board to be a silent main board because it is noisy. But besides that, and you might want to put a micro Swiss hot end on it. But other than that, it's a great printer. Like I use mine all the time, and it's a fantastic printer. It never fails me.
For you guys, for anybody watching who doesn't know who Trevor from Navarre is, I'm going to play his video here. He sent me a while back. Trevor, if you want, you can unmute your mic and you can talk about it while it's playing. The way people can understand who you are.
Yeah, thank you. Well, there you see the store from the mall side. Got some prints up front, some engravable stuff. The print farm's to the left, and then the sales floor is to the right. Repair section is in the back corner. Wife was back there working on printers. Like I say, here's the print farm, and then I got lasers in the back corner.
That's really cool. Wish we could have something like that around here.
Well, look into your malls. You'd be surprised. You get really good rent at malls right now. And, I was afraid that I'd saturate the market with printers really quick, but not even close. Not even.
Well, that looks familiar.
I actually just got rid of one of those transforms. I was sad the other day.
I've got one that I rarely use because the thing is just holds so much resin, and I get better use out of my Mono X's.
It's funny you say that. That's what I use my Mono X for, is to keep work off the transform.
Yeah.
I just try to use the transform for big jobs and print.
It's bad enough that I went through about 10,000 grams of resin last month.
10,000 grams?
Yeah, that's all the stuff I print. My
10 kilos. Sorry. Yeah,
my printers usually run like 24/7. I mean, I don't have anything going on them today. I got some prints that finished up this morning for my next video that I'm going to do, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give you guys a break. But tomorrow we start it back up again.
I've got the
Hey, I'm gonna jump out. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
I got the Uniformation GK1 coming in next week.
If y'all ever go to Florida, go to his store. His store rules. I saw it in person in July. His store is wonderful in person. Much better than what y'all just saw on the computer. His store
It
is
looked
so
pretty
nice.
amazing. It looked pretty amazing right there.
Well, if you go in person, you'd be really amazed because I mean, he has more than what he's showing.
Yeah, Steve Cook, the Primo looks really cool. I built the one before that, and like I say, I got it done last May of last year, and I just got the wiring done on. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like the Primo, the way that you can tension the belts and everything on it looks really nice. I printed mine all out of PETG rather than PLA.
I like PETG better. I use it a lot.
Oh, I do. I buy it in 2.5 kilo spools.
I have a lot of stringing issues with it, and I've been printing for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a lot of printers, but for some unknown reason, maybe I'm getting old and forgetful, I have different issues with stringing. So.
I have stringing with PETG a lot too. I think it's just the nature of it.
Thanks,
I print string free with Petchy.
Well, tell me how. Tell me how.
What slicer are you using?
Kira.
Cura. Okay, I do bed at 240. I do not. Nozzle at 240, bed at 70. There's a little thing in Cura there's a little option in Cura called Nozzle Wipe, and you set the nozzle wipe to 0.2 or 0.3. What it does is, when you're printing PETG, you have to do your retraction test settings first, right? And get normal retraction, optimize your retraction. But before it moves from point A to point B, you do a nozzle wipe. What it does, when you finish printing the part, it actually moves the nozzle in over the part and then moves. And then the Z-hop and moves. And the other thing you have to do is turn on coasting. So when it moves over the part rather than over open spaces. So there's less chance of it pulling strings across. So those two options will make the world of difference in PETG. Let me show you PETG prints.
I'm following. I'm using a lot of the PLA Plus right now. I guess it's a mix of PETG and PLA. It works real well.
Your PLA Plus or PLA Pro is very nice. That's probably
PLA
use all the
Plus
time.
is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
This is PETG off the printer. No strings, taken off the printer as is,
Wow.
and then the wheels are put on it.
Is that too? Oh, then the wheels are put on. Okay.
They're PETG also.
That's pretty cool.
That's the Toys for Tots trains we're bringing. That's IC3D recycled PETG.
That's nice print.
So it comes out, and there's no stringing, 0 strings. Like you can even look inside. There's nothing in here, or between these, there's no strings between them.
Wow, I'm gonna have to try those settings.
I take it off the bed, put on the top off the wheels, put them onto this, and that's it. It goes into the box.
What did you print that on?
That was printed on the 10-log D3 Pro. That's an Idex printer. So
anything on your bed, or just straight bed?
I use PVA glue on the bed because you have to have a release agent for PETG. But I put on the smallest amount, and what I do is I add a bit of water there, and I dissolve it into the water, and I spread it out over the bed. So it's actually a very, very thin, even coat. So if you put it on if you put the glue on too thick, you'll have problems getting the part off. But if you make it really thin, when the glass bed cools down, these pop off. I mean, they literally just pop off by hand. So they come off really easy.
That was just because who was asking. Chris Mink was asking if you put a release agent on your bed. That's all.
Yeah, I use a small bit of, and I mean a small bit. Like I would put in glue stick for the first job, and I would print on it for. Yeah, you can do that. But I put a small amount in there, on it, and then I would do for the next job. I would put a drop of water on it and spread the water all over to re-soften it, and then to dry it out. And then repeat the same job after job after job, and maybe after 10, I might need to add a little bit more. After 10 jobs, it's so little, but these pop straight off the bed. But these are for the Toys for Tots. So it came out fantastic. I get really good print for this.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, and that's recycled PETG.
All done there, Jerry, is it?
Yeah, but let's see.
A bit large on the board.
Okay, the A right here, I went over just a little bit. And then right here on the A, it needs to be a hair bigger. But if I put tape on it, when I epoxy, it'll flow up to it and it'll look fine. But yeah, I had it too big the first time. I started on the back and I had it too big, so I shrunk it.
To the camera.
I thought I was still fine, but anyway, let's see.
Their names are bigger than ours.
Yeah.
You can see David and Janie better than ours. You need to redo ours.
And people say that they don't complain about size, right?
Size matters. I don't care what
those edges, those are clean. They are really, really clean, Jerry.
Yeah, they cut really well. They cut really well. What type of bit did you use? What end mill did you use? Was it a V-carb or?
Yeah, a V-carb bit. I don't remember what the angle was on.
What is it? 90 degree probably, or?
I'm not sure.
It looks like it's 45 on the edge. There's probably a 90-degree is what you probably use.
I've got to look at the bits with a magnifying glass to see if they're all marked so I can write them down.
Well, no, you can tell, but no. Well, if it's 90-degree, if it's a 90-degree bit, if you have the V shape, you stand it on a table, and you'll get a right angle. This will be straight up. That's how you can tell the angle of the bit. It's an easy way of telling.
It's nap time, guys. Dang, I'm tired.
Yeah, it is Jerry time. Jerry's here. It is nap time.
Yeah, K-N-A-P-P, yeah, see, nap time.
Nap time. That's my last name.
Oh, Lord.
I can't say that I'm wide awake. I was up till about 2 this morning editing for the new video, and my wife and I both, we didn't wake up till like 11 o'clock.
That's exactly what I did. Up till 2, slept till 11.
No, I'm out of the bed at 7:30. 7 on a Saturday, unless I have something else to do to go to. I'm normally out of bed by 7:30. During the week, I'm up at 5.
What type of work do you do, Henry, if I could ask?
I'm basically I'm an executive manager for a company. Basically, I'm over a bunch of reps who put up signage and stuff like that in a lot of our local stores. I've got about 18 reps, and I kind of go through like 3 or 4 different states and make sure they do their job.
DeWitt 3D down below, he owns a sign company and screen printing and all that.
But I am really trying to get this YouTube channel launched and going and make something out of it, because I'm tired of working for other people.
From what I've learned, everybody that's successful on YouTube has tutorial type videos that teach people how to do things. When people simply put things together and go, look what I built.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been messing with YouTube for years and years. I've only got like 2,700 subs. And a friend of mine, the LA hobby guy, he's only had his channel up for a few months. And he's got like 6,000 subs. But every one of his videos are tutorials on how to do things step by step. And I personally, in my opinion, that's where the viewership is at, is when you teach people, not saying, well, I did this and did that. I mean, go through step by step and explain things, in my opinion.
I try to do that in every video, but sometimes it's kind of hard to. But that's what I'm gearing for, and I'm going to be, as I get more accustomed to doing what I'm doing and get better at it. I mean, my content will be a little bit better and stuff, and as far as tutorials and stuff, because I mean, I used to build motorcycles and paint motorcycles and cars and stuff, so that's where I got my start from. Yeah. And I didn't get into like painting models and stuff until I was a teenager. And I'm 50 now, so I'm just showing my age. But
wow, you know,
youngster, you're a youngster on this channel, man. I tell you.
But
speak for yourself, Kieran.
I mean, I started painting miniatures back when I was a teenager. My friends were playing D&D and stuff, and I didn't have the tolerance to do that. So they had these miniatures sitting on the table, and I thought, hey, what do you do with those? And they're like, well, typically you paint them. And so I grabbed one, and I didn't have any any paintbrushes, so I took toothpicks and I started taking these miniatures and painting them with like just little tester's paint, and that's how I started. And I haven't painted a miniature in probably 30 years. So, but I gradually moved to models and stuff, and I did some. I worked for a company for a little bit that did horror props, and so that's kind of where I cut my teeth at. And I did some of that for a while, and I just love painting, and I love modeling in general. I, of course, used to do cars and stuff like that. And
got a weird skull fetish looking at the pictures behind you as well.
Yes, that is my wife.
So what? The wife's got the fetish, or they're pictures of your wife's skulls?
No, well, take your pick. No, this is our house year round. We're kind of like the Addams family of the neighborhood.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we have like, I've got an 8-foot Reaper sitting in my front living room. I do, and I have a Game of Thrones throne sitting up there as well.
Wow.
We celebrate like Halloween year round. But yeah, we're big into. We just love it. I mean, we just love the macabre and death.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and it's just part of our personality, and
we won't judge.
Yeah, but we have this up year round. She decorated all this up. She's been working from home because of the pandemic, and this is actually our dining room. There you go. This is actually our dining room, but we just turned it into an office because we both work from home.
Awesome.
Well, I can give instruction on how to paint the wall.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest print I've ever done for my son a couple years ago. That's the biggest thing I've ever done.
That's
Wow.
It was a lot of work.
Big spawn.
Yep.
And son loved it.
That one is awesome.
Y'all like music? I just picked up this speaker here. I don't know, see if I can see it. Oh, what my camera? Ah, my camera went out again. Dang it. Oh well. Dang. I gotta buy a new camera. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta go.
All right, Ron.
Don't worry, Ron.
All right, Ron. You're always welcome.
Yeah, I'll get this stuff fixed. I'll get me a new camera someday. Have a fine one, you guys. I'll be listening though.
Ciao.
Henry, if you want to type in chat, since you dropped into the stream, you'd have to type in the YouTube chat.
Which chat is that?
All you have is a private chat on your side. In StreamYard, since I'm the one running StreamYard, I'm the only one that can type in StreamYard. But if you want to type to somebody, you'd have to have your YouTube window open. What I usually do, I open up YouTube, I pop out chat, then I close the YouTube. That way I don't see a delayed video, and it kind of confuses me seeing myself on screen. I just pop out the YouTube chat and close out the video window. Yeah, here's my where I keep my other junk at. There used to be a patio that's next to where my wife is sitting, and I put up a wall, and I got my 2 lasers, a K40, and I got a bunch of some of my paint right there. There's shells of paint, and then I set it on the floor. I got a spray booth on the floor that I put underneath the laser I used to have on the table. I took one of those $80 Amazon spray booths, took the plastic sides off of it, got a great big box, and mounted it in the back of the box. Then I put an LED in the top of it. So.
He's taking over my house.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to hop off of here. I've got to help my wife do a couple of things here out in the house. But I do appreciate the hospitality.
Yeah.
I do appreciate
Welcome
the chat.
anytime.
And definitely we'll jump on again sometime soon. And I'll definitely take you up on that, Jerry. It's nice meeting everyone.
Yep. Nice to meet you, Henry.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Take
guys.
You have a great day. Thank
you too. And we'll see you next time, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Great guy. He's got a lot going on. I've seen him on another group on Facebook, and I invited him to join my group and start posting, and he's got a lot of great videos. If anybody else like to drop in, here's the link. If anybody on screen wants to talk about anything, I'll make you big, and we can go from there.
Did you want to talk about this, Jerry?
No.
No?
No.
Paint? Okay.
Just to give everyone an overview, so far, with Toys for Tots has reached 81.5% of its overall goal. So far, there has been 40,719 toys printed.
Woo!
By you, right? All by you?
No, by everybody who's involved.
Awesome.
And they have so far consumed, let me just verify, 1,000 and roughly 18 spools of filament.
Wow.
That's over a ton of filament.
And that's so far. There's still a few weeks left.
That's a great job.
Well, they've reached, they've printed the lowest one. The one I concentrated on at the end, in the latter half, was nobody was doing trains. So far the trains have been 1,237 trains have been printed. When I started doing trains, there was about 100 of them done. But we started asking people to do more trains, and they've stepped up, and now we have really ramped up the train manufacturing, which is good. Some of the other items were 6,000, 4,000 of some of the items. There's a lot of them out there. So are you leaving, Vincent?
No, I've still got some issues with the old PC, so trying to keep it running.
Anything you need to talk about? Somebody might be able to help you on, or no?
No, I'm working on a fume extractor for soldering. So just put the printer on again because I was out of a PC for 4 days because my motherboard basically short circuit. And I had a water cooling with 240mm fans, so I'm going to use these ones for the fume extractors. I've been tinkering around a little bit and searching the internet for basically a new PC because I have to buy one.
Okay.
And basically I'm almost out of money.
Yeah, tell me about it. I get my pension the first of every month, and I'm already down to almost nothing on my account. Literally.
I spent almost 8,000 euros in the past 2 months. So
if I can start making money on my laser and CNC stuff and actually start making stuff, then maybe I'll make money. Because for the last 4 or 5 years, all this plastic models and everything I've made very little money on any of it. So it just kind of sits and it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to move more into CNC and laser stuff and see what I can get good at, and then put that up on Etsy or Facebook and go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really something I want to get is a laser cutter in the near future.
What do you want to cut?
Acrylic.
You need a CO2 laser for that.
Okay.
I don't know. Trevor came back.
I'm back.
Make some acrylic parts in the near future.
Yeah.
Hey, Trevor, for people that don't know, tell them what you do over on Facebook with Amazon Returns.
I have a group for Amazon return printers. Most of them are actually brand new. Some of them might have been opened, never assembled. Mm-hmm. Some have been assembled and then sent back, but they're all tested first. I usually sell them for about $100 discount, $75 to $100 off new.
And you sell those out of your store also?
I do.
His bathroom has a lot of them.
I thought you stopped putting them out of the store. I thought you were only doing them online.
A lot more than what I thought you had back there.
I got a lot more now, like a lot more.
Oh, geez.
Because I got the repair contract for the Kitty Tech for all their Amazon returns now.
Because you had a lot in July, I thought.
Throw up a couple links if you could in either chat on YouTube if you're modded, I think you are, or put it in private chat and I'll post them.
Moderated.
Thank you.
I'll try to help everybody out whenever I can.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Nikita. Hey, baby girl.
Good question.
Hi.
She wake up.
Out of here for a minute. I'll be back in 5.
Okay.
Look, Daddy's on the computer. Come here. Look, Daddy's on the computer. Daddy's on the computer.
Just guys, while we're here.
Nikita.
Hush.
She wants a bone.
No
Give her a
bone.
bone and she'll shut up.
No bone?
Well, some of you may not know that when you're on stream here, and if Trevor's on with us, we're on the TV. Remember the video that was shown a while ago at the front of his store? We're all
he's got a big TV right in the front window.
Yeah, so he actually shows us on that TV when we're on stream, when he joins us.
Yeah, one day, Trevor, tell me when somebody walks by the stream and everybody started waving at that person. Like, hey, come in.
So someone just got yelled at.
Yeah. What, Brandy?
They killed your dog.
Okay.
On the couch again with a rawhide.
That's fine.
Better. No, she knows better.
She's been doing it for a while. I usually try to make one of my dogs stay on the floor and they eat bones and rawhides, but she likes to jump on the couch. I kind of gave up on trying to make her get down. So, anyway.
Our dogs are a little spoiled. More spoiled than me.
Well, I was laying in bed last night and I thought I had a bug or something on my back, and I reached over and I slapped it, and I didn't realize it was Nikita's nose, and I smacked her in the face. And then I felt bad about it, so I had to turn a light on. I sat up and started petting her because I didn't mean to hit her. So anyway,
now my dog will only go up into the bed when she is scared of something, and that's rare. But she doesn't like lightning.
Yeah.
It's like thunder, actually, not lightning. It's thunder.
I don't know what thunder and lightning is.
Yeah, but she doesn't like thunder, the noise of thunder. Most other things don't bother her. And when there's thunder, she wants to be up with us. Other than that, she never does. She wants to stay downstairs on her own.
Our dogs don't know what thunder is. Considering it never rains or thunder here. None of them. Thunder and lightning.
We got plenty of it here.
Send it down to Vegas. We need it.
This morning was 28 degrees.
Oh, I love that.
Hey, Matt.
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Thanks.
You're mean, Jerry. I'll go hit him for you, Matt. I need something to hit him on his head for. Haven't done it
And
yet.
my wife says I shouldn't print this, but I think it would look so cool.
No,
No, I
no,
do.
no.
No, I think it'd be great.
That'd be
It'd be
perfect
great.
to have in the garage just hanging out.
No. Don't egg him on.
No, I think I'm going to encourage him, Brandy. I'm sorry.
No, Astro, don't do that to me.
Sorry, I have to
Agree
because it's
with
a cool
me,
print.
not him.
It's a cool print.
Yeah, but I have to live with him.
What?
You don't have to live with the statue. You have to live with Jerry. That's different.
Yeah.
Well, I have to live with the statue if he prints it.
And
Right,
here's my
baby.
2 months. Here's my 2 months right here.
They're not nuts.
They're babies.
They're our babies. They're our girls.
Matt's got the baby dog. Matt had the baby dogs.
Nikita is Jerry's and Sandy Lulu is my dog.
But yeah, so I'll be.
Matt has a cute dog.
I got told today that sometime later this month, the
Nikita.
gigantic bed slinger is supposed to be arriving in the States.
The what?
Bed slinger printer.
Oh.
It's the same size print area as that big printer right beside with Tim.
As a bed slinger, jeez.
And it's a bed slinger.
There's a big bed slinger with a castle on it. That's 470 by 470 by 470.
Can y'all see it?
Right, I'll be right back.
My Hypercube is 400 by 400 by 500 next to it.
Yeah, this is a 5 by 5 by 5.
That is a huge size for a bed slinger.
Yep.
How big is your rat rig, Tim?
5 by 5 by 5.
Yeah.
5 by 5 by 5.
Oh, okay.
But it's all linear rails. It's not the slinger, so it's okay.
Well, I think this one all has rails on it too. It's a slinger, but it's all rails, and it's the upright is obviously is braced and all that kind of stuff.
Serious bracing on that then.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna get one, Liam?
Sorry.
Are you gonna get one?
They're sending me one for review. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
But they were waiting for
Packages.
the stock.
Jerry's got presents.
They were waiting for the stock to arrive in the US. That's why.
It's like acrylic and
Oh Lord.
resin.
More stuff. That was free,
Acrylic.
right, Jerry?
No, it wasn't free.
Timber.
Oh, Lord.
Gloves.
Yep.
More money.
Gloves and cups and some. They're supposed to be anyway.
Instead of taping off the edges of that, Jerry, instead of taping off the edges, the pour acrylic, I would tack on. I would put 2 tacks to hold a piece of wood on the end of them.
Yeah, that way I can separate it because the paint that might burn into it, and then I can't get it back off the tape. Yeah.
Well, no, the tape. You're going to have to finish it anyway because when you pour acrylic, you're going to have to take the tiniest edge of it off, like if you have a bench saw, right? And then or something, you're going to have to take the tiniest edge off, and then you're going to have to sand it and multiple times to polish it up. Yeah, you can do it on that. Yeah, the crosscut saw will do it. Yeah. But I mean, the bare edge, you're taking off maybe 1/8 of an inch just to cut off the edge and make it clean because it won't be flat.
What is that?
Gold pins. It's similar to what Jamie used on her Athena model, but that exact brand was out of stock, so I bought a different brand. They're gold.
Oh, Lordy.
I only wanted 1 pin, so I wanted for the same price. I got a whole pack. How well they work, I haven't tried them yet.
I need help.
So
too much crap, Jerry, that you'll never use.
And then you'll have to sand like crazy. And you have a gas torch, a hand torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after you pour the resin in and you fill it, you will have to spray it
Matter of fact, I think it's in here.
to get the bubbles out of the top of the resin. So you'll have to go above the top of it, overflow a little bit, and then sand it down to be smooth again is what you'll have to do. Just barely over the top of it.
Well, I thought about not going clear to the top and letting it level out, and that'll work. If I can get the heated up a little bit with a torch or hair dryer or a heat gun to get the bubbles out of the resin right before I pour it, and then pour it in very carefully. And
No,
go
you'll
all-
have you'll have to torch it afterwards. After pouring, you'll have to
Okay.
get the bubbles out of it afterwards.
All right.
The only way to get the bubbles out 100% beforehand is to use a vacuum chamber.
College football scores.
Okay.
Right, but after you pour it, it's going to get air bubbles because there's going to be air underneath it when it's poured in on the wood and stuff. So just let it sit for a minute and then go over with the heat gun just to burst all the bubbles on the surface and let's smooth it out.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, I'm going off after work tomorrow, and I'm gonna play some PlayStation for an hour.
Okay.
Well,
worries, Vincent.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I haven't printed much the past couple of days, but
Tim, you're
gonna start
muted.
No, I'm seeing me. Yeah. Hello.
Tim, DeWitt Tim is muted.
Okay.
Somebody muted me earlier.
You did.
Yeah.
He muted himself.
I'm starting a couple of new projects next year because I'm working the next couple of months.
Good.
Save up for a new PC.
Cool.
So I will say until the next stream, guys.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, sir.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Somebody must be out on her broom.
Okay, DeWitt.
Hey.
It's time for the DeWitt show. What's going on?
We missed that. Yeah, he's late. He didn't stream last week. He's late.
Hey, Steven.
I don't have my close-up camera plugged in yet. This place is a mess.
Looks nice to me. A lot cleaner than Jerry's room. Hint,
Well,
hint, Jerry.
If I had a wife that cleaned, hint, hint.
You're a brave man, Jerry. You're a brave man.
She's got a broom she only uses on Halloween, so why don't you use it more often?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There you go, Jerry. You ready?
Here we go.
Jerry, put yourself full screen so we can see you get slapped upside the head.
Yeah, we want to see a full screen. Yeah. You want to record for the memes. We want to record for the memes. He's running. He's running.
No, he's not. He's going to let her in.
Here's a kitchen version she can buzz around the house with, go around the neighborhood.
Oh,
He's
man.
a brave man.
I just got an invitation and you on your broom. I had it like this. She's coming.
Is that got a V6 on it?
Yeah.
Slap upside the head.
There we go. There we go. Choke. Oh, it's a choke today. Choke today.
What?
Say it.
What?
Say it.
What?
Say it.
I'm sorry.
And
I love you. I do.
say it.
I love you. You still in there. I love you.
Not being racist.
Brave man, Jerry.
Now it's a Jerry stream.
Yep, that's it. That's it. I found out something interesting yesterday.
Fuzzy woman.
I've got my
kids you didn't know about.
Oh, it could be handy. Yeah, I've got my printer's on a UPS. The Pi's on a UPS. But mid-print yesterday, we had a brownout. My UPS didn't kick in, but it activated. You could hear the batteries kick on, and then it didn't actually swap over. It just browned out. Printer stayed on, but my Pi decided to reboot because the power dropped just below the level of the Pi and rebooted my print. Not happy.
Brown out a sandstorm.
No, just the power outage. Someone must have hit a pole or something and tripped a breaker somewhere. I was not happy. So,
I like that.
You could fix that by painting it.
Oh yeah, not worried about it. You're not too worried. I'm doing it again anyway, but that's fine. But I was just so annoyed. Half an hour to go, getting browned out. So
I like that though.
You can actually put a bit of resin if you have
you
any
can fill it up.
resin.
That avoids resin. But here's the other one.
It's smooth, yeah.
Here's the other one.
I like that one.
Because if you put resin on
I
top,
like that one.
you can eliminate the layer lines.
Yep. But that one came out fine, so I did the second one, and it just half an hour, and it tripped out. So I'll keep it.
Whoa.
I might just infill it with something, just make the blue fill in.
Jerry.
Great.
Yeah, but it came out great. They came out really, really nice. So.
It did, yeah.
If my wife exterminated me, she would have nowhere to live. So I guess she could move into your
What do you mean?
mom's floor, right?
She'd have it all to live. She'd be able to make all that extra space. Get rid of all the garage out.
I'm the only one with an income. When I die, my money goes with me.
You're glutton.
Oh, so you can sell you to medical research. You can sell all your prints, sell all your printers, sell your CNC, make a fortune.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah, well, she could sell them. She could be selling stuff for years, but
Yeah, make a fortune.
Make sure she doesn't sell them for what you told her they cost.
Yeah.
Good point, Trevor. Good point.
I could have killed him.
That's a good point, Trevor.
Yeah. It was cheap, dear. It was on sale.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear that all the time.
Say, hey, look what I got from such and such company. So that was on Amazon that I paid for. But yeah.
He is allowed to me. If he does, he gets in trouble. He knows that.
Hey, Trevor, have you heard of the uniform? Have you heard of uniformation?
Yes, I'm working on their repair contract actually.
Okay,
I think I got it. I had to fill out a form.
That's the GK1, their new one. They have a GK1 they just released.
Awesome.
It's a 5K resin.
Nice.
With a 10.1 screen.
They look really nice.
I was talking with Matt Farmer. Apparently they're pretty much like for like. Even the print bed and the build platform is all. It looks like it came off the WeBox. So I think WeBox are building it for them.
Well, the guy that contacted me about their repair contract used to work for Sweetbox. So there's some kind of connection.
Yeah, I think WeBox are building. The OEM is from WeBox, what they're doing.
What are you printing, D-Lit?
Huh?
What are you printing?
Just a benchy. I'm trying a new filament that I got in the mail. A company sent me a roll of filament to try, and it's a new color from Arion called metallic copper.
Oh, cool.
Your skirt's very far out there, Tim.
Well, on purpose.
Okay.
I don't have my display screen hooked up here to adjust my Z offset live, so I did a large skirt so that I could feel it, go back to the computer, adjust it, and then go over and feel
That's good. That was
fair
good
enough.
move.
Yep. Yeah, skirt's the best thing for that.
Hey,
Yeah, Dominic. Yeah, my Pi was fine. It was just that if the power went out, the UPS would have kicked in. It wouldn't have even blinked. It was just browning out, and everything dimmed, and it just basically dropped it below.
Yeah, the Pis are very sensitive to power.
Yeah.
Super sensitive.
Thanks for the
ordinarily it's fine. I mean, I've had prints run. The UPS kicks in, power drops out, UPS kicks in. It just doesn't even notice. It's just because it didn't quite drop below the level on the UPS, and it just browned out, and the Pi just rebooted. So, but it didn't quite do the job. But, that's the way it is.
My CNC is running great. I've had no problems with my CNC. I've been printing like great. I've been doing some stuff on it. I need to do a bit more. The problem is, for me the CNC, I do it in the garage, and it's getting so damn cold here right now. It's already below freezing every single morning. So.
I would love that kind of weather.
Yeah, you can have it. I'll move to Vegas. You can come to Michigan.
It's 81 here in Vegas right now. Yeah,
It's what?
81.
Yeah, Liam would
Yeah, I
be
like
your
that.
roommate, Brandy. When do you want to switch? We could have the Jerry and Liam channel or the
Here
Liam and
next
Jerry channel.
weekend. I will be doing the show. He will be in bed hurt. Or in the
Good, Derek.
hospital. Or in the Pick.
I didn't know you were psychic there, Betty. Premonitions now.
He's being
Jerry's
mean.
getting his fortune read here.
He's being mean. Jerry,
I am who I am. Yeah, my CNC from Congro currently isn't working properly. They're mailing me another board. I've had different issues with it shutting off. I'll start a job and it just shuts off randomly for no reason. I updated
That could be a dry connection on the board, because when the board warms up, if there's a dry solder joint, when the board warms up, there's a slight expansion and connectivity could be lost.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen that happen.
And then I started paying for easel a monthly subscription, $19.99 a month or whatever it is. Because you can use easel for free, where you get like 5 G-code downloads a month. But if you want to use anything with V-carving, you have to pay a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription.
Learn Fusion.
Yeah, I need to learn something else so I can save money. So
yeah, Fusion has carving.
A beer?
Okay. What, Brandy?
You want a beer or a wine cooler?
We don't have any beer. You can bring me a wine cooler though.
You like a wine cooler? What color? Blue or green?
Doesn't matter. Whatever.
I'll have the green, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't had any beer in a while.
It'll be warm by the time she brings it to me, though, Jerry.
Actually, you're wasting time bringing it to me because I don't drink, so it doesn't
I don't
matter.
drink hard
I don't drink beer. I hate beer.
I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
I like Bailey's. Bailey's on ice.
I used to drink, but I haven't drank in years. Like I might have a glass of wine at Christmas, at dinner at Christmas and stuff, but that's it. That's my limits.
That's a serious name for a printer, Cape
Ugly
Town.
Monkey Pro.
Ugly Monkey
Never heard
Pro.
of
That's
it.
a serious name.
Ugly Monkey Pro.
That's a new printer he's got.
I've never heard of Ugly Monkey printers.
No.
No, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh, they're from New Zealand.
Oh.
That's why
Oh.
they're a New Zealand company. Let's see what their printers look like. I'm looking at them on their website. Let me check it out.
ZA, that's not New Zealand. NZ is New Zealand. ZA, I don't know where ZA is.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
It's definitely not New Zealand. 33. Don't know what currency that is.
Oh, it's nice branding.
Oh, V8 South African. They're a South African company. Sorry.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Cape Town makes sense.
Yeah. Ugly Monkey.
Oh, it's in Rand.
Okay.
It's in Rand. Okay, 33.
Coconut and
What's a rand worth?
When my son got married a few years ago, he had a ton of these left over, and I'm pretty positive this has been in the fridge for a while. But all right.
they have. They're mostly enclosed. They're all enclosed printers. Is what they have.
Yeah, look like it, but they're nice chassis on them.
Hey, Trevor, throw your links in private chat on. I'll post them, or you can throw them up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because Trevor's got some great deals. He has a little bit of anything and everything.
I got a really good sale going on right now, actually, because I got a bunch of printers, like way too many.
I couldn't afford the freight, Trevor.
Trevor, I have that problem too.
Between end of 3s and 5s.
Yeah, Trevor, I have that problem too.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford the freight, Trevor.
No,
way.
no, I didn't. No, but I had to drink in the plane when I'm flying home just to prove that I'm Irish. So
Get the alcohol
failed
content
the
up.
alcohol test in the way in through immigration. Yeah.
Hey, Ben Brady, how you doing?
So the Ugly Monkey Pro is 320 by 320 by 320, which is a good size. And what's 33,000 rand? What's that in USD?
Let's see.
33,000 rands, about 2,800 Canadian.
2,000 US. 33,000 rands,
That's
2,000 US.
pricey for a 300 printer.
But it's an Ugly Monkey printer.
It's still pricey for a
Yeah, $2,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
For what?
The Ugly Monkey printers. They're expensive. They're a South African brand printer, and they have a 320 by 320 by 320, and in US dollars it's $2,226. Yeah. That's expensive for a 300 bed printer.
Has anybody gotten to try the Kaiwoo Idex printer yet?
Nope.
I saw they sent a couple out for review. I hit them up, kind of angry I didn't get a chance to get one.
I tried them as well. I actually give them feedback on their setup because I started talking with them, and I pointed out a flaw. Well, not a flaw, an inconvenience on their E2 and how it's aligned, and they stopped talking to me because I found a flaw.
How dare you?
How dare I help their product be better? How dare I?
How dare you?
I tried printing in PET G on it, and it locked it. That tube melted on me. So I ordered their high temperature all metal heads, and they're junk. I mean, they're absolutely.
No, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying that I found a
Yes,
flaw
they
with
are.
their machine. I actually point out 2 or 3 things that I think they should have improved. When they first talked about it, sort of first releases, they sent me some close-up photographs, and they didn't. Apparently, they didn't like my response because they've never responded to me since. I was giving them constructive criticism, you know.
Here's Trevor's site over on Facebook, Navari 3DP. I'll put links. There's 3 different links here. I'll show you. I'll put them in
You're closing the shop
below.
on a weekday, Trevor. How dare you? Monday and
I'm
Tuesday.
closed every Monday.
And Tuesday it said as well.
Yeah, my dad's coming to town, so I'm taking Tuesday off. But Mondays, we got to be closed one day, and I'm a traveling man, so we chose Mondays.
Oh,
30 minutes away from there, right?
so you meet Mondays? I'm a traveling man myself.
That used to happen.
I'm a traveling man myself.
Very nice. I'm early on in my training, but COVID wasn't a big help with everything.
And these are build plate prices. They're not printer prices, guys.
No, that's what you tell your wife the printer costs. Just show her that.
Yeah, exactly.
I can look it up, y'all.
Oh, that's one of the inventions.
See how much he paid for it from the manufacturer. Come on.
And here's his Amazon return 3D printers over on.
Not that stupid. He spent way too much on printers, though.
I ran up.
That's okay now. He's now spending it on CNC and laser, so he's catching up on those now.
I sent you the wrong link for that, actually, Jerry.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry. It's right here. I started seeing that. I'm like, hold on, that's not the right one.
Big Mike saying, have you heard of Sindava printers or Sindava? Which
I've heard the name.
Supposedly.
I've never heard of them. I'll check them out.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, here's his back room there at your store, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't do justice.
Okay, Sindaver, they actually came out of Lulzbot, and when Lulzbot belly up, when Lulzbot was on the edge of going belly up, they kind of closed the doors for a while, and then they got acquired by somebody else. So what they did is the guys who left, and a new company moved headquarters out of Denver to a new location. And when that happened, the guys who were still there started up their own company. Some of the guys from Lulzbot, and they started Sindaver, and then they 3D print 3D printed cadavers for the medical industry. Is what they do. So they're basically a Lulzbot printer.
Yeah, Ben, she's sitting right there in the bottom on the middle. She's in my hobby room, Ben. I'm out in the garage.
Yeah, so I've heard of them before. Yeah.
I rule.
If you look at the Sindaver machines, they look like the Workhorse Pro. Some of them they look like a bit like the Workhorse. Well, the earlier versions did look like the Workhorse Pro. The new versions now are more enclosed, but the initial versions look like the Workhorse Pro.
What, Brandy?
Can I use this?
Yeah, I just got to clean out the trays. Well, take your fingernail over the garbage can, scratch it out so it's clean.
I don't think so. Ain't ruining my nails.
Yeah. Let me share what the screen looks like, Jerry.
I want to use that one for the red.
Okay.
If I use it, if I decide to paint.
Yeah, that's what he's afraid of. Yeah.
There, Jerry. It looks exactly like the Workhorse Pro.
It does.
This is really bad to say, but when I die, I could care less about those I leave behind that are living. I'm gone. Doesn't matter no more.
But these are the newer ones that they have an enclosure around. But so they do 3D. But their big thing is doing 3D printed cadavers.
Say that again. What you just said.
I'll tell you later.
He was gonna die in a really
Rewind.
Roll it back, Brandy. You can hear what he says. Just wipe back the
Well, I
stream
think
for
I
30
heard what he
seconds.
said. He better rephrase it real quick.
So they are. So it's the guys from Rosebud who started that company. So yeah, I've heard of them.
Here's a comment for you, from Louise Brandy.
No, we wouldn't tell you the truth. We'd tell you what we'd lie to get them cheaper.
No.
There'd be a bidding war going on.
Jacko has said he wonders if heaven would have 3D printers.
Karen, you don't want to get in trouble with me.
Oh no, I've upset Betty.
Hey Matt, how you doing? Good to see you.
You don't upset me.
Been a long time.
You're supposed to agree with me and not with Jared.
No, we're just looking after ourselves, you see. We look after ourselves.
I can't hurt you, Karen. I can only hurt Jared.
See, you must remember there's 3 people that you take care of in life. Me, myself,
and I. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Now someone has to take care of that hoodlum right there.
Yeah. There's a guy I know who calls his company. He's a contractor. His company's called Luffno, and it's on all his overalls and everything else wherever he goes, even when he's hired to work on jobs. Luffno, look out for number 1. That's his company's name.
That's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
But
Jerry only does care about himself.
But Jerry's motto is dillygaff, sounds like.
Well, when I retired from construction, I could get this amount, which would be my full pension, or I could take around $1,500 a month less, and then if I died, that would go to my wife for the rest of her life. But if I would have taken that option, I couldn't have retired. So in order for me to retire when I did, everything has to come to me now, and then if I die after 5 years of retirement, she gets nothing. So right now, if I died, she only has my insurance money to claim. She won't get none of my pension. But I'm pretty sure
Down the toilet, so
my
it's
Social
okay.
Security, she'll still get my Social Security. I think that's how that works. Once I pass on, she'll get my social.
Only if you're claiming it.
I'm screwed, Jacko.
Anyway.
Because that's why I've only got the 1 printer. Because the wife knows what my printer actually costs, which is why I'm only allowed the 1. So I'm screwed.
You should have been married to his wife, Jerry.
Hey, Brandy, write down the name Airwolf 3D. Big Mike is reminding me every week if I've contacted them about possibly doing an interview or filming them. I haven't done it. I said I would check into it, and I haven't. Airwolf 3D.
Airwolf?
Right there on the screen. Airwolf 3D. Write that name down for me. Ben says you'll get half of my Social Security, and I'm supposed to get like 17 or 1800 when I'm. We don't cuss on the stream.
I just did, now didn't I? I can't. I'm your wife.
no, when I go, I've already decided that when I go, I'm going to be buried outside my front door.
My husband's going down the toilet.
No, I'm going to be buried outside my front house, outside the front of my house, with my butt still sticking out of the ground, so they have somewhere to park the bike.
I've never tried glow in the dark filament.
Hello, Cape Town.
I know it's hard on a brass nozzle, from what I hear.
Yeah, because the additive is abrasive, and so I had some, but you ideally need a hardened steel nozzle because it will tear up the brass.
For red.
Glow in the dark filament.
Yeah. I haven't used a monocular
Oh,
stuff.
glow in the dark resin, he said. No, I haven't, but I've seen it.
Resin, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
What was that?
That was his alarm clock.
Wipe some.
Run! I goes, warning, husband's calling. That's your ringtone on my phone, Jerry.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine.
What's that running at, Tim? 50 meters a second or 100?
150.
150.
It's an ugly thing.
That one.
Really ugly.
Yeah. But it's not there for prettiness. It's there for functionality for the filament, right? Just seeing how well it comes out.
Just want to see how the filament looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about 3D printing some urns and putting googly eyes
Speed it
on.
up here.
I have a little tag that says "Whenever you're ready" that goes with it.
No, that'd be funny.
Let's really speed it up.
Don't. And come on to print stuff like that, guys. Come on.
You're no fun.
You're making my life miserable.
You're in the wrong stream for being happy.
I'm not going to go on anymore.
We're all old, miserable bastards on the stream, so
I'm
apart from
gonna
that.
kick you off.
Well,
Yeah,
what
from that.
grumpy old men? Is it?
Yeah, grumpy old men's right for this lot.
How was that?
That's extreme.
You didn't even realize it happened.
But then I wouldn't even have my nice accent that I like to listen to. We need to go visit Karen our story so I can give him a hard time.
Yeah.
No, I do not have a live stream this week. I'm not doing a live unboxing or anything this week. I will have one next week. I will have one next week.
Spare room at my house. There's always a spare room at my place there, Betty.
What max speed have I had? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
I have a resin printer coming in Wednesday, which is the new Uniformation GK1. So that's arriving Wednesday. So I'll do an unboxing of that next Sunday. I believe it'll be next Sunday because I think next Saturday my son and I are going to Detroit again to the soup kitchens. So, but if we're not going next weekend, if we're not scheduled for next weekend, then I will do it Saturday. But if not, but for sure Sunday of next week.
Did you order that on Amazon or they send it to you direct?
They wanted to do it through Amazon.
Okay, so return it, put a message on it, and we'll see if I get it.
Put a love hearts or something on it.
Hey Matt, how you doing?
Hey,
But
now, hopefully they won't have many returns. Actually, it looks like a little bit higher in printer.
Well, Matt says it's a good machine and it prints fine, and it's Matt, he's on right now, so he's in chat. But he said it's pretty much a Weebox machine.
Trevor, yesterday on Alex's stream, which he's done before, was talking about people that buy cheap lasers, this and that, and then they break down and don't work, and then they're mad and wonder why that happened. He's like, well, don't waste your effing money. Buy something that costs X amount of dollars and get a quality machine. He says, I don't know why people do that. Well, I know why people do it. They don't have the money to buy the expensive machine. They think this is a great deal, so they spend half as much money, and it's not as what they expected. Not everybody has a lot of money to buy high-end stuff, so they try to go on the cheap and buy and save money. So,
sorry, Jerry, 1 second. Matt, can you mute yourself? Because y'all that scraping is coming through. We can't.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let us know how it gets on, Chris, with the 5-0.
I think the reason why he says that, at least from his perspective, is because he's in business. Like, it's one thing if you're doing it for a hobby, but if I'm going to go open a store engraving, I better have reliable, quality engravers that work well. Otherwise you
break down and you're in the middle of a job. You might owe the person money for screwing it up.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I've also seen. I looked at a fiber laser that was really, really nice, and I called the company, and I'm asking them questions, and then it sounded like it was a really expensive product. And I'm like, hey man, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Like, how much are these? They're like, oh, they started, $45,000 for a fiber laser. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. But then I see guys in the Facebook groups that they have 3 of them. And they say, they paid off the first one in 6 months. Well, they're not in this area. They're probably in, Dallas or Houston or a big area. Versus spending $3,000 or $5,000 on a fiber laser. I feel I got a great deal, and they're reliable and they work. I run a business off, and I have 2. So if one goes down, I got backup. But they come with a 5-year warranty, and I've had no problems at all.
Like as an example, I don't think it will ever happen. Let's take my MPCNC that I built. If I was to make a bunch of signs, and if I was to sell them, and I made a bunch of money, which I don't think I will, but if I did, then I could afford to buy a real CNC with that money.
Bring in Matt.
Something like that. And then I could, if it paid for itself, then I could upgrade.
Jerry.
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
Hey, guys.
The camera's gone. Camera's broken there, Matt. Looks like.
Where's your
My camera?
Yeah, we're seeing just vertical hold when your TV's gone, basically. It's just banding.
Really? Again? I wonder if my phone is going.
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember those old TVs. You'd have to adjust the
Yeah,
knob.
vertical hold's gone.
Maybe just bang it on the desk.
But we can hear you, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least one thing's working. I'm supposed to get my new phone in about a month, so I mean, I can see myself.
Yeah, I think so.
But we can hear your voice. That's the basic thing.
Sure, I guess that's good.
So, Matt,
I'm sure Tim.
Take care, red light.
I'm sure Tim will put a 0.1 mil nozzle on his rat rig and crank the speed up because CNC Kitchen's video was interesting. I must admit, the 0.1 nozzle.
I have a 0.4 nozzle, if I have a 0.4 nozzle on an FDM and I print with glow in the dark, I would probably get the one print done before I trash the nozzle, or it depends.
You might get more. You might get through a spool.
Yeah, you usually get at least 2 to 3 prints off of a nozzle with what do they call that? Like
the abrasive.
Abrasive. There you go. Abrasive filaments. Yeah.
So you might get.
Jerry?
Wood filament is harder than glow in the dark, but they all have additives. So what I would say is, you might get a spool out of it before you have to do a nozzle change, and then or if you have really bad, really cheap nozzles, you might get one print. It all depends on the nozzle you're using, right?
So
but
ideally,
a hardened steel is what you need.
What, Brandy?
You've done glow in the dark Astro printer?
I have done glow in the dark, and after 1 or 2 prints, I had to dump the nozzle. But yeah.
Oh.
Ben Brady said to change your video resolution on your phone, Matt, when you come back in. Let's see.
Where do you go?
I think he's just checking his phone.
Yes.
That was strange. It was just like.
Yeah, I've got glow in the dark. I have green and red.
So it tears up your nozzle?
It does. Yeah, because it's abrasive material, so when it's being extruded out through the nozzle, it
falls
away because brass is soft.
Yeah.
So it wears away the nozzle really fast.
That's not good.
That's why you should use a hardened steel. Now, also remember, if you go with a hardened steel nozzle, you have to up your temperature. So if you normally do PLA at 200, you would probably want to up it to 205, maybe 208, because the steel does not conduct heat as well as brass does. So therefore, you have to do the higher temperatures to get the stabilized temperature in your nozzle. You always have to up your temperature a little bit.
Yeah, I had to bring mine up 5 when I changed to the all metal hot end, and it goes hardened steel about 5 degrees. Not much.
5 to 10 is average,
even 5 degrees, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Some off drop back down to the original temperature. It seems
Isn't
to be
that
fine.
the same for the wood filament too, though? Don't you have to use a higher temperature for the wood filament?
Well, you need to use a larger nozzle for wood. The problem with wood is because the grains in the wood, what's added into the filament, is large, and a 0.4 nozzle, you will probably run into clogging issues in most cases. Not always, but you often can. So a 0.5, a 0.6, or even our larger nozzle is the right way to do it.
I've done 4 or 5 grouts in the last 4 or 5 years. I always use a 0.4 nozzle, and they print it fine. But I don't like wood filament. I rarely use it. Because it's wood filament, looks like wood. I have a couple rolls just sitting around.
I have spools of it. I have 2 or 3 spools of it there, and I won't print with it. I have never had a need to.
I've only done Groot. I'm Groot. That's it.
I've never even done a Groot with it.
I am Groot.
Yeah, there you go.
Where did Trevor go again?
He probably had a customer.
Yeah, but no, I've never done. I've done glow in the dark stuff. I have done others with different additives. I've even done a metal additive filament. Where you get filaments with there's actually powdered metal inside in it.
Oh, cool.
And actually, if you expose it outside, it rusts and looks like it's rusted metal.
Really?
So I've done some of that. I've done it with copper, where it actually tarnishes and goes green, and so you can get those. But again, they're really harsh on the nozzle. You need a hardened steel nozzle to do those.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I learn something new all the time.
Yeah, you can actually get an oxidizer. You can actually you can print with them instead of leaving them outside, the metal ones. You can get an oxidizer like a paint that you put onto it, and it will actually make it rust overnight.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I have some paint like that. It's a process. You put this on and that on, you can rust your models.
Didn't your benchy mess up there, Tim?
Huh?
Didn't the benchy mess up?
Oh, it just came off the build plate, but it's the ugliest benchy in the planet. It is ugly.
I saw it moving around.
It finished, and 2, it's recognizable. So I'd call that a win in my book.
It didn't finish.
It didn't finish. It came
hang
out
on a minute.
Well,
Bit too close.
I've got to. Let me just go back here.
I saw him moving around on the bed.
Bear with me.
Yeah, I need to
here he
off
ends.
a little bit.
Come on.
It doesn't look like Liam's benchy.
My benchy is a mess as well, and that was a first print, real proper print on that printer. But I have to do a lot of tuning on it. Yes, that was my first profile I just created for it.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly.
Trevor, if you're still watching, I just put your links in the
going
description.
really fast.
It looks like a Salvador Dali for painting.
Yeah.
Extrusion.
Yeah, it's going fast, and my printer vibrates like nothing because it's on that Lazy Susan.
Yeah, that wouldn't help us. Yeah.
No, it'd be interesting if input shaping would counteract that big vibration on it.
But the bottom, the stern's fine. That's going to get worse and worse towards the bow once it got higher.
Yeah.
There's the one I did.
Oh, okay.
He lost his bottom.
Yeah.
This could be partially with the filament too.
We could maybe dry it. I didn't dry this stuff. My general policy is, even if it came vacuum packed and sealed, it goes in the dryer before I touch it.
But
I normally do even PETG I got from IC3D or whatever. I put it in the dryer for about 4 hours before it ever go on the printer. Anything, even PLA, it goes in the dryer for 4 hours before it goes on the printer.
Yeah, I'll try this on another printer as well, because I haven't tuned since I put Clipper on. I haven't tuned anything yet, so
that's probably not going to help it any.
No. But
there isn't a benchy competition, but that would be a fun one to do, though. I think other people have done benchy competitions, haven't they?
Yeah, Chris Raleigh done a benchy competition a while back. I think it was at Murph or Earth last year, wasn't it, guys?
Sorry.
Pretty sure. The fastest and the biggest and the smallest and everything.
Zach 3D had one. He did a really tiny one. It was on the tip of his finger.
He kept on dropping it all the time.
Yeah, kept dropping it. Yeah.
I ran this last week. The Z seam is there. That's just because it's that's the way it was in Prusa Slicer.
Yeah, you should have moved to the corner. Yeah.
I ran this last week as the first print on here, and it's not bad.
That's a sparkly filament. That looks quite nice.
This was a Prusa Galaxy Silver or something. Yeah, but that's not bad. I mean,
your ringing's pretty bad on the ringing's pretty bad on the X and Y. Showing
yes. Yeah.
The roll of filament I run from Loyal Moses. I got a tracking number. He's sending me a roll of orange from Filament or something like that.
Filamentum, yeah.
Roll of orange filament.
Yeah. So that's why I don't know anything about this filament. It's brand new. She just said, "You want a roll?" I said, "Sure." And I don't know if I like it. I
would dry it first before I do anything else with it.
Yeah.
And then don't print it at a high speed. No, but
people out there are going to you can smell it to see if it's dry. Oh, it smells like copper. Yeah. But anyways.
So, is that copper infused?
It's metallic. It's called metallic copper.
But is there actually copper in it? Do you know?
I believe so.
Okay, then if there is actual copper in it, then you should be using a 0.6 nozzle.
Yeah, possibly that could be why.
Blockages. Yeah.
You could. Yeah, and that would because you get clogs.
And if you look at it close up, you can see that it looks like it's under extruding.
Yeah.
You could get because real copper additive, and you need hardened steel nozzle, by the way.
That print looks like shit. You should throw it in the trash. Anyway. But if that was your first print, then
the channel that tells it like it is.
No. No, this was my first print with the clipper. So this is more. This is more of what it's really like. But yeah, so yeah, if it's got. See, I didn't know that if you
save up that bench and you do your next video on the rat rig, go look. If you buy a rat rig and you spend $1,500, you can print things that look like this.
You too can print crap like this.
You can get crap like this too.
Yeah.
So I would dry it because copper actually, as a metal, actually is somewhat hygroscopic. So it'd probably make the material even more so. I think.
And they said it was supposed to be magnetic, but it's not like metallic.
Copper.
Copper is not magnetic.
No.
Well, maybe it's the other one they were talking about.
Yeah,
they've got a few of them out.
Copper is not a ferrite metal, so therefore
it's not a ferrous.
metallic.
Yeah, it's not ferrous.
It's not magnetic. Yeah. Magnets only work with ferrites.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's ferrites, not ferrites.
Jenny, that was here a bit ago, had a bed problem, so didn't get it to work right.
Excuse me.
We still have an issue trying to get the bed leveled.
Okay. Oh well.
But is it closer to the bed at least? Is it actually on the bed this time?
I don't know. He had it close when he was here and you were helping him. He just came me and said that it didn't
But
work.
we started at around 0.15, minus 0.15, and went all the way up to -5 and back to 0.2ish. It was quite strange. Seemed to be a problem, not consistent.
His sensor could be, if it's loose as well, it may not be sensing correctly. There's a few things
there seems to be an offset problem. It's not consistent. There's something that's not consistent on it.
It's consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's going to join back in, Liam.
Okay. Yeah, we can have a look. I want to see what's going on there because the offset for the leveling we got right. So I'm wondering the other thing that could be causing it is if it doesn't go out there when he starts to print, his start G code could be wrong on his printer too.
True, the header, the G code header, yeah.
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 Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Whoa.
So yeah, I would. But I would go up to a 0.6 nozzle, Tim.
Yeah,
and I would get hardened steel. I would not use unless you have lots of brass nozzles lying around. You don't care wearing them down.
I think I own one steel nozzle somewhere. I've used brass since I've been in printing. I've never switched.
I've got a couple of them. I don't use them very often, but I have them. Like I even have the Micro Swiss steel.
Yeah, that's what I've got on mine, the Micro Swiss hardened steel. Just because it came with the hot end.
Yeah, I have some of those. But I have a mountain of brass nozzles as well, MK.
Yeah, tons of those.
So, Denny, what's happening?
Can you hear us?
Hi there.
Can you hear us? We can't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but there's a bit of a desync with the sound and audio.
Very low.
That was a quick visit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here you go, Jerry.
The same thing. No, I agree with you.
Banana Man.
Little root banana, it's called, or banana root.
That's what. Maybe we'll. So in the future, if anyone says you have to use a banana for scale, you have to put that beside your prints.
Throw up a picture on Twitter. Twitter and hashtag HotMakes, and they'll throw it on the channel. I wonder. Well, they might throw it on the channel.
You might, yeah.
So here's a banana for scale.
Yeah,
that's not a banana.
Yeah, there you go.
Banana Man.
That's a resin print, right?
No.
FDM.
Nice.
Yeah. You can't tell on screen, so.
No. With the white, you can't tell on the white filament.
White is very hard to tell.
Yeah.
So
that's very
Liam,
nice, Matt.
Yes, sir.
That's cute.
Very
so
nice.
this definitely has copper because this is heavy.
One tattletale on the tip.
This is. Well, go ahead, Matt.
See on the bottom.
No supports.
Yeah, and I had some leakage. I changed the nozzle out, and I guess I didn't put it tight.
They have pens for that now, Matt. So it's okay.
Okay.
What was that, man?
If it contains copper, then you must use a hardened steel nozzle.
Yeah, but this is heavy.
And I would also recommend that you use a 0.6 nozzle and not a 0.4, because because the chances of getting clogs are high.
Yeah, I don't know. I do have 0.6 nozzles. I'll try it, but I can definitely tell it's a fair bit heavier than a standard roll of filament.
So that's the question here. Here's the question then.
Filament, Tim?
It's
copper.
Metallic copper, Marion.
So here's the question: you buy spools of filament by the weight. So is there less material now because you're buying it by the weight because there's copper in it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I wish I had a scale I could weigh it actually, but that's definitely.
What does it say on the front? It'll say how many. Is it a kilo spool or is it a?
It says net weight 1 kilogram, but.
Yeah, so you've got less. Yeah, yes.
You get less material.
Who was it that had
a kitchen scale? Get a kitchen scale.
No, it'll still be a kilo. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you buy it by the kilo.
But the length of filament is shorter because there's heavier metal in there.
But it will say.
Hey,
it should say on it.
Help him.
So, Danny, what's going on?
Danny, you're back.
Okay, so.
Oh, there we go. You're good. You're good. Yep, audio's good.
Yeah, so what Liam was saying is that I got that on there like what he told me to, and I honed it again, and went in the air to when it just wouldn't stop.
Okay, we need you to open your slicer, share your screen, and show us your start and your start G code.
Okay. Hold on, let me open.
That's the only thing I can think of. What do you think, Kieran?
It's a possibility that because basically at zeroed, you've got your offset right, but if your start G code says raise printer to X position, it could be off. Yeah.
And I would agree with you, Ben. It's shorter. While he's doing that, Tim, does it say how long the spool is?
No.
Or is there a grams per meter?
Oh, I haven't printed anything yet.
No.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, we want to see what's in your slicer. I want to see your still opening your start G code.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta open up the system preferences.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
What are you using for your slicer, Denny?
Cura.
Cura?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have these are all hardened steel.
I have to restart. I'll be right back.
All right.
That's fine.
Yeah. So because there's not
a bad profile. Find out what his profile is for his
for a printer like that, I would say you take a CR10 machine profile and you just
or an
adjust
Ender 3 even just start with Ender 3
and then adjust your X and Y your size of the printer.
That should be all it needs.
Should be good. Yeah. Well, no, you'll need to get one with ABL.
No, not that one.
You need to have a profile of a quality printer with an ABL in it.
What's that? The Ender 5 or?
I'm not sure. I don't have any. The only one I have is a 5+, and that won't work.
At least we can see. I got one of those boxes, Tim. I got a box just like that, Tim.
That's got up to a 0.8 nozzle in it, I think.
Well,
it's not a V6 nozzle, but doesn't matter. I can do that on another printer.
Totally.
Yeah, this is that Creality.
I got the same one.
I don't have those.
210. Yeah.
So I would dry it, but I would also try with a 0.6 or larger nozzle.
Yeah. And I'm not worried about brass nozzles because I've got
a plethora.
These are all
brass.
Yeah, I got plenty of those as well.
I must have 150 nozzles in here. So. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
As I'm purging, I'm finding stuff I didn't realize I had.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I totally forgot I had these.
So what you should do is you should have when you're purging stuff and you're going through stuff, you should have a drawer that says 3D printer parts, and one says 3D printer nozzles, and one that says pliers and screwdrivers or whatever, and they all go in and divide and just
Where
dump
did
them
you
in there.
go?
Yeah.
You mean make use of his label machine and actually label up his drawers and bins to know what's in
Bring
them?
in Denny, Jerry.
What?
Bring in Denny.
Oh.
Well,
I kind of did that.
Take Kieran out. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's try this.
While I was vacuuming up my mess, I muted my mic for a minute.
All right. So I need you around there for a second, Jerry, because he's going to share his screen.
Okay.
So this is where I'm at right here.
Okay, go into your settings.
So,
okay, first of all, your normal at 0.15 millimeters. That's a very, very small layer height. But okay, no, that's fine. Go into your settings of Cura. In the menu, in the top menu, you should have a menu.
Oh.
You're sharing. You're not sharing your desktop. You're sharing just Cura.
Yeah.
My
Share your
generic
desktop.
setting. If I'm doing
Okay. No, go into your system settings. We need to see your opening
Printer settings.
your
under preferences, go to preferences. Configure Cura. Preferences, configure Cura. But it's not seeing the menu bar for that.
Yeah, we don't see the menu bar, and it's not there.
No.
When you have Cura open, you have File, Edit across the top of your screen, right?
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So under there, go to preferences and configure Cura.
Okay. Okay, I opened up my preferences.
Yeah, we are not seeing it.
We're not seeing that. Must be on a second screen. We're not
Oh,
seeing
you're not
that.
seeing
So
it?
there you go.
It's because you're not sharing your desktop. You're sharing a window.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to fix that too.
So you need to unshare that and reshare your whole desktop, because that way, then any pop-ups that come up, we'll see. We won't see them otherwise.
Oh well, take a quick
If
break.
he's only on one monitor and he shares his desktop, we're going to see StreamYard.
Yeah, but he can just minimize StreamYard. Yeah, minimize StreamYard out of the way. There you go.
Okay, so go to your printers.
Yeah, printers.
And go to your machine settings on the right.
Okay, Tim.
I'll pop back in a bit.
And then you want to look at your start G code. That start G code is very brief.
Well, yeah, but let me see. Let me
Home the platform down at 15 millimeters.
This is what's all in what Labis had a profile for when you go to load it. It's all loaded in there, included everything.
Primed extruder. G92 for E0. Okay, do a reset. G1 F200. Okay. G92 E0. Okay, let's reset again. And what did you say the name of the machine was again?
What's that?
What's the name of your printer?
Labis.
I don't know that one. Let me open Cura 1 second.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I probably have a different version here, but that shouldn't matter. So it's a 220 by 220 by 250 heated bed, Marlin, XYZ.
I've only used Cura a couple times, so I can't weigh in on anything of Cura.
That looks normal, but it's the start G code looks very brief. That's all.
It does. That's why I'm opening Cura myself.
Yeah. Let's just have a look and see what.
I'm going to pick one of the Creality machines.
Let's see. BL Touch Ender 3 with a BL Touch. Let's have a look. What recommended? There we go.
Yeah, I'm checking one of the Ender machines.
Yeah, look at the one with the BL Touch on Ender 3. Full bed level.
Mine doesn't have a BL Touch. Mine's already built in with a different kind of sensor.
Yeah, but it's similar to the Touch, so it's contact. It's not sensorless.
Yeah, there's no purge line or anything else on that at all, So it's quite a short G code.
Bruno Massa, if you're still watching, thank you very much for the $10 on PayPal. That totally wasn't necessary. I was still going to show your stuff. You don't have to donate to me, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm just checking the settings. 1 second. Manage printers. Okay, yeah, that is very, very short. First of all, it should be doing a G28 first of all. Then it should be doing a G29 to auto bed level.
Yep.
Because you have ABL. Then you should be doing
a preheat. Do a preheat.
It should be doing a preheat option, but it'll do that anyway. Yeah. So your G code is way too short. First of all, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see what else it should be doing. It should be moving the axis up. How much is it moving it up? It's moving it up 15. That's kind of high, but okay.
High, very. Yep.
It should probably. Mine only moves up 5 mils, but okay.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes only 2.
It does the start position, which
and
is
then
fine.
It should be going to draw the. You should be doing XYZ all coordinates for purge lines.
Yeah.
And it's normally 2. Then it should do a G92 again for a reset.
Set.
And then it should be doing a G1, and it should be move your Z-axis up again to start before it runs the print.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me check something here. I'm going to copy in. Do me a favor. See your start G code. Copy your start G code, and take a copy of it and put it into Notepad or wherever, or some other way to store it. Copy that out of there. In private chat, I'm going to paste in different start G code.
Okay.
See if that all.
You have a BL touch on that, right, Danny?
He does, yeah. So I have that
equivalent to a BL touch.
Yeah, so I have the G29 command in there. So I have a home, a G29, and a G92, which is an extruder reset. Then it goes off and does the extruder lines.
And then does the purge? Does your purge line
up and down purge line? Yeah.
Yeah. You want to make sure all that's working.
Give that command, that G code, a try. I just pasted into private chat. And so copy that one out and then put mine in there. You want to store the old just in case. Copy it and paste it into Notepad out of your way.
Okay, so then won't let me copy it. I don't have to write it down.
No, you don't have. Just do Control C to copy. Are you on a Windows machine or on a Mac or what?
A Mac.
You're on a Mac?
Here, I'll send it to you. I'll copy and paste it. Here it comes on Facebook right here. Then you can just click on it and save it.
Yeah, that's
I just put it on Facebook. Now you should be able to right click on it and save it.
That's exactly the one I'm looking at. Liam, is actually the same generic one for Ender 3. Similar,
that's very, very similar. Yeah. So
very similar.
You should
just
be
a few little extra. Yeah.
1 second. You should be able to do on a Mac. You should be able to do Control C to copy it, and then go to open like notes, and then Control V to paste it into your notes. Create a new note.
Hey, Cleo.
Control V.
Awesome.
Paste. Oh, there we go.
There it is, right? Now go back in and copy what I posted in private chat and paste it in over that to replace that. Go to StreamYard, go to private chat, copy all of that. Now go in there and overwrite all of that. Copy it all, delete it, and paste. Control V. You didn't copy?
No, it's not letting it. It's not letting it because it's not separated.
Wow, super chat. Thank you very much, Leo. Thank you very much.
Copy again.
It doesn't.
I don't got no music in the garage.
Yeah.
My wife's
it's
got
not going to let
button.
it paste in because it doesn't recognize. There's no spaces on the G code. That's why
No,
it
it
doesn't
should
like it.
still paste it. It should still paste. No.
No.
That's fine. Send him the link. Send him the link to a web page. You can copy it off.
I didn't get it from there. I took it out of one of my profiles for a quality machine.
Okay, I'll use this link and read it. Hang on, I'll just send this one and I'll just paste this link in.
Yeah, because I just used my own profiles. That's what I did.
Yeah, have a look at that. If you can go to that page there, Denny.
In private chat.
In private chat, go to the link.
Ender 3, Dutch, G28, 399.
That looks very similar to what you had.
Yeah, that's close enough, I think.
Yeah, so copy and paste that one in Denny to see if we can get that one to work.
ME250. I'm just looking at the positioning of everything.
Yep,
Make sure he's not going to run off his bed.
Look at this link right here that Carl Fenton sent me. I just posted it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we just see if this paste works for him first. Just see if this paste works.
Okay.
Control. Command V.
Oh, Command Z. Okay.
No, because you didn't copy
original.
it.
That's the original. Yeah.
You didn't copy. You can go back and do Command C in the other one. Command C.
On the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is at the top. Yeah. Command C.
What's
and then
this
go back
one?
over and Command V. He's
Karen,
on a map.
What's this one, Karen?
Hang on, let's just see what that one is.
It's not doing it.
Why is it not pasting for you?
Doesn't like something there.
Try the Command C, Command V again from StreamYard, where I posted it in private chat.
Yeah, similar. It's similar, but the whole thing he's got to try and get it to paste in.
Yeah, but I can get it. I can get it in the space. Actually, copy it and open a new note and paste into new notes. No, open a new note.
Okay.
Go back to notes. Open a new one.
I hold down my left mouse button, I
paste it in
highlight
there.
all of it, and I right click and hit copy.
Okay, now we're going to do it. Here's what you do, right?
Now, hang on. Before he does that, it's because it's not liking it because there's no returns. It's one
That's
long
why I'm going
line.
to fix it. That's why I'm going to help him fix it right now. Okay, on the first line, see where it says machine max acceleration? The second line, it says M203. Hit enter.
Right here?
No, yeah.
No,
the second line.
below that.
Second line, it says M203. You see that? Line 2.
In front of the M for the M203, press enter to make a second line after the word acceleration.
Move your mouse up.
I'm trying to find it.
Line 2, from the very top, M203. Go to the beginning of that.
Okay.
Put your mouse before it. Click and press enter.
Click right in front of them, yeah. Now hit
Press
enter.
enter. To create a new line.
Hit enter and it'll drop down.
No,
No,
enter.
enter.
Oh, not space. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The next one you're looking for, let me find it here. 1 second. You're looking for the next one. We'll say M204, which is there. That's fine. M205 is fine. M285.
No, M220 after the setup jerk.
And where's that one? Oh, M220. Right. This is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So,
M203, 204, 205, 220. See 220? It's on line. See M205 in the first and line M220. Go to the beginning of that and press enter.
Yeah, after setup jerk, it says setup jerk M220.
Okay.
On line, it's 2 lines down from where your cursor is blinking right now.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
right
that
before the M.
M220.
Yeah, right before the M, M220, and press enter. Okay. M221 is the next one. So find M221. It's on that line. After feed rate, it says M221. Click there, enter. Right. Then you have G28 home. Same line. G28 home. Enter. G29. Enter. Same line.
Same line.
G92. Press enter. Same line. G92. Enter. G1. All the G1s enter after each one. G1. Enter. Next G1. Enter. Same line. Again. G1 is further out.
Right at
G1,
the end. Right at the end.
There's another E50. No. Let me see. G1, Y20.
That's right, isn't it? Draw the first line. That's right, isn't it? Hang on, G1.
No, after extruder. 1 second. Let me read it. Draw the first line.
He's still got one more G1 to enter on.
There is another G1. There's a draw the first line. After draw the first line, G1, press enter. Now you missed the last line. For some reason, you're missing one line. There's one line at the bottom of that is G1 space.
No. So press enter.
Yeah, enter.
No, in front of the G1. In front of the G1.
Yeah, your G1 is a move command in G code.
Now after the
G1
Y20, press enter.
Yeah, and there's two lines you're missing. I'm going to paste those two lines in the chat. I must have missed them when I put them in there. Let me go to private chat. There's two more lines I'm going to give you, and they are going and they go in. Get those and bring them in there. Okay. That's the reset of your extruder, and that is to move your Z up.
Did you tell that guy thank you for $5, Jerry?
Of course, I thanked him.
Yeah. So go to private chat, grab those two lines, and bring them into your notepad, Denny.
Oh, okay.
Last two, and the G92 is a line is one line, and the G1 is the next line.
It's $10, Brandy.
One gave you 5,
so
and one gave you 10.
You see where G1 is on that line? Go to that G1 and press enter. No,
I see 5.
There. That okay. Now copy all of that.
And paste that into your starter.
And put that all the way to the top. Make sure you get it all and put it into your. You're missing something there. 1 second. No, you didn't copy it all. Oh no, no, try it. Paste it. I want to see what it looks like. Go on. Paste.
Control
Command C or Command V. Sorry, in a Mac is Command V. You're still using the old stuff. I don't know why. Did you do Command C in
Oh no, I didn't.
Command C there? And
why not highlight it, right click, hit copy, go to the other screen, left click, right click, paste.
Mac's
different. Mac's
a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Command V. No, he's not copying for him for some reason.
No.
You need to get that in here, and by doing so, that's now your new G code, and it goes off. And when you do a print job, it does an ABL and learns the layout of the bed, and builds a mesh, and then starts your print job. That needs to come in here, is what has to happen.
So you need to save that note as a text file somewhere, so you can then, if you have to, paste it line by line. It's weird that.
I don't know why it's not bringing it over. I understand from a web page, but from this it should work.
Yeah,
and it should work with the notes. Go back to your notes again, right, and select all. Right click, copy. Just try it. Right click, copy. Okay, now go back in here. Delete first. Now right click, paste. Control V or Command V.
No, it keeps giving an error saying it doesn't like the code. No, there's something
You
there.
couldn't right click and hit paste. That didn't work.
No.
Oh, I think I know why. Go back to your notes. Make your notes wider. Acceleration is on a separate line. Now copy it. Now try it. Wait, no, one second. No, go wider again. Go wider again.
Keep going.
Now,
Just wait.
Yeah, keep going again. Now copy it and paste it. They were sharing.
Hang on. He's got one too many lines there on that top one. Just check. The second line, is that too long? There should be an extra line there, shouldn't there?
Yes, M204 on line 2 should be brought down, and M205 should be brought down.
Yeah,
go on to M205.
Yep.
Now copy.
That was the problem because they wouldn't recognize the command because that's all good. Now try it. Yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah, there was something wrong. It was not once again. It was just saying now try it. It should work now.
So highlight it all.
Okay.
Paste.
Right click, paste.
Yeah, right. Well, our Command V. You only copy the first line.
That's weird. That is weird. That is reasons why we hate Macs.
I like Macs, but I don't have this problem.
I like Macs when they're on fire and when it goes out, add more petrol.
I like a Mac in my mouth.
I like their laptops. I don't like their mobile devices.
It's still giving a G code error. There's still something wrong with what it's looking at in the G code.
It just keeps coming back up with the old one.
Yeah, okay, find some other way of getting it in there, but you need to get that code in there.
Y'all are stressing us out.
All right? No. But that's what you need to do. That code needs to be brought over and put in there. So if it means you have to move it to something else,
Just check there's nothing else in there because it's still not liking something
I'm
with the
looking at it
G-code
now. I'm
format.
looking at it now.
Save it to Notepad and then open up Notepad.
There's no Notepad. It's a Mac.
It's Mac. Yeah.
So what do they have for Notepad?
This notes.
This piece of crap. Yeah. Piece of crap.
Oh.
1 second. Just let me read the G code. Go back to the G code.
Cleo's thinking, how about copy half of it and then come back and go after the other half? Maybe there's too much information for a
No,
Mac.
there's a command it doesn't like in the G code. When you go see that G code command to be executed at the very
that's a
start,
good idea.
separated by.
Give us an email address. In private chat, put in an email address and I'll send you the file.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it's going like this and put it in there, but I don't know.
Drag and drop doesn't work. No.
Just post your email in private chat.
It wants something at the very start of the G code. Go back to the G code. Yeah, at the very top of the G code, add one more line, a semicolon with just a comment on it. It's missing a start. So above the very first line where it says M201.
Okay.
Add a line before that.
Click to the very front.
Yeah, add a line before that. Just put a semicolon
above it.
On the first line, the very first line should say semicolon, and call it semicolon test G code. Just a description line.
Type it there, then hit enter, and it'll take them in 201 and drop it down.
Okay.
So you just need a new first line above that M201.
Go before the M and type a semicolon, space, and put a comment in.
Yeah. No, a semicolon first.
I don't think it'll let me put it in there. It might be too long.
No, it's fine. You can type it in. That's fine.
Okay, what do I put in there?
A semicolon.
That's a dot with a dash underneath it.
Yeah, and then just put test. Just put a phrase, just a test G code, just something in front of it.
Just write test.
IKE, Ike.
I'm learning here.
That's fine. I'll just type test. Type test or any word.
Just semicolon space test.
That's why we do this. Try to help each other.
Yeah. Just semicolon space test. You just want to put a phrase there as a new line at the start because it needs a reference on the start of the G code.
Just take your time, Denny.
Yeah. So you have to put text in there after a semicolon.
Yeah.
Just take your
semicolon
time.
Space and then just put anything. Just call it test.
It's fine. Yeah, put the word test after the semicolon on the first line. No, right beside the semicolon.
Yeah, hit a space, do a space, and then type the word test.
Just time, takes time.
Capital T or just lowercase?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just a text phrase.
Okay, you have two characters. They're not one. Should be a single semicolon is all that you have in there, no comma. Okay, and on the second line you have a space. Remove the space of the second line. Okay, now try that. If that fails, you just post your email address in private chat, and I will send it to you.
Okay.
No. Post your email in private chat. I will send it to you. Just go to private chat, type in your email address, and I will send it to you straight away.
Okay.
And then you put that in there, and then you run your test job. And what it's going to do is, when the job starts, it's going to go out and probe the bed multiple times to do an ABL, and then it will start the print job. Okay.
Okay.
So just go to private chat right now and put in your email address.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say good night. I'm getting really tired now.
You look tired.
But he's in Europe.
Yeah, it's
So
like
maybe 2 a.m. in the morning there.
No, we have 10:33. 10:33 p.m.
Okay. So I'm going to email you, or are you going to email him again, Kieran?
Good luck, Dennis.
See ya.
Have a great night, Matt.
Okay, I'm doing the email now. 1 second.
Here we go. Yeah, I don't think I've ever showed you this.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Frankenstein
nice.
Buddha.
The Buddha Frankenstein. Nice.
Cool.
Very nice, Denny.
Came out good.
Very nice, Denny.
Where do you live at, Denny? What state?
Michigan.
Oh,
Okay.
you're right. So am I. Whereabouts?
I'm almost a few miles away from Detroit.
Okay. Which city? Like I'm in that area.
Shores.
Sorry?
St. Clair Shores.
Or St. Clair Shores. Okay. You're on the opposite side. I'm west of you.
Where did my Karen go?
Yeah, I'm in Wixom. I'm near Novi. You know Novi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out that area.
Oh wow.
Where's my
Yeah,
Karen
I'm
go?
north of Novi.
Karen's still there. He's busy.
Yeah, I'm just copying this code. I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm just changing filament. That's all.
Oh, okay, Karen. Just gotta make sure.
He's only
no,
wearing a
it's still there.
T-shirt, and he don't want to expose himself. So we're looking at a picture.
T-shirt. You're lucky I'm wearing a T-shirt. That's right.
He works from home. You're lucky he's wearing anything.
Yeah, it's like the newscasters working from home. They're wearing jammies or shorts and slippers, and they have a suit on the top half, and they stand up because a cat runs by, and then you can see that they're not wearing all clothes. So
Yeah, I know.
So you have it in your email, Denny. I just sent it.
Check it.
I just had to change the filament for this reprint. That's all.
Yay, Karen's back.
are you
I
okay?
hope it works.
Are you doing
Sorry?
that the way I do it? You print one color, and then
Yeah,
you trip the sensor, put another color in, and keep going.
I just do a pause at layer height.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did try. I mean, there's an issue. There's a bug in the change filament, and there is still at pause at layer height as well. Because if you look at the G code, even though you change the filament, like it says to, it will still automatically advance the filament just before it prints your retraction distance, and you always get a blob because it's inbuilt into the code. So what I always do is go into the G code and reset that filament number so it never advances the filament. Otherwise, if you got a 6.5 mil retraction, it'll still ooze out 6.5 mils again. So I always edit the G code for a
Jerry, what are you
change.
doing? Jerry?
But
He's brushing off his wood.
Yeah.
Wait, Tammy,
You're getting good. You're getting good.
He's printing wood. Yeah.
He is. He's cleaning off the wood.
Dirty mine.
I'm using my MPCNC that made this really cool plaque. I'm using the only thing that currently works on the Congrow CNC, the little brush, to clean this with.
Yeah, so I designed this to save money. I'm buying a regular urn. So I designed this myself.
What's that for?
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Oh, as an urn?
Yeah, there's ashes in there.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Are they in a plastic bag or something inside there?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, basically it's two separate parts. I was gonna have the machine close it up, but I didn't want all the stringing inside of it, so I decided to slice it in half. Super glue it together.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Printed the top and then sliced and printed the top separately and then glue it on.
Yep.
Yep, that's a good idea. So you have the G code in your what you need to do then, you have to do the hard way of typing it out line by line, which is going to take you a bit of time, but you'll get there. But you need that as your start G code. That's the problem.
Yeah, because that G code was definitely not correct for a pre-start.
No, it is wrong. Your G code was not doing the ABL sensor, which it should be. That looks nice.
Cleo, I originally when I started the project, as you can see here on the back, I had it sized properly, I thought, but it wasn't. So I shrunk it down a little bit and it still almost ran off the edges. Right here is right on the edge, and this side, the A is right on the edge. But I'll go ahead and I'm going to epoxy fill this. And the one I did the other day for me and Brandy is right here.
Look how small our name is.
But Brandy wants her name bigger now, Jerry. She wants you to do it again because Jerry and Brandy's too small.
Anyway, I stained this one and then I clear coated it with
clear top coat?
Polyurethane clear gloss. Polyurethane clear gloss.
Yeah.
I had some in a can from a job years ago. And then this is already cured and dried. I'm going to epoxy fill this.
Our names need to be bigger.
And well, like this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can read David and Janie. You can't read Jerry and Betty Book 45.
Denny, what version of Cura are you using?
Repeat.
Denny,
what version of Cura are you using?
I'm using the one that
that came with the printer
before the newer one.
Well, let me translate because we are talking about Kieran here. No, so the latest is 4.11, right?
No, that's for the PC. Mac may be a different version number. I just want to check to see what the latest version number for Mac is.
I can check now, but I'm not using the latest version because I don't use Cura very often. I use Idea Maker.
Oh,
mostly.
4.11.
So
okay, 4.11.
Okay.
No, I was just wondering if there was something weird with his Cura version, but the copy and paste should still work. Should have worked fine. So it wasn't seeing something or wasn't recognizing something on the paste. That was all. Because it kept on coming up with a G code format error when you try to paste in. So it didn't seem to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to type it out and then I'll
give it a try.
Yeah,
so your printer will behave differently because when you start a print job, it'll come out, it'll come over and go to the center of the bed and level
do its ABL.
Yeah. And then it'll come over and then do multiple points depending on how your printer is set up. I'm guessing by its print bed it'll do 3 points, 3 across, then move back and do 3 more, and then go to the back of the bed and do 3 more spots.
Yep, that's.
And then it will move forward and start printing.
No, it'll then print the purge line.
Yeah, over to the side to do the purge line. That's what I mean by start printing.
And then it should start printing. So as long as it does all of that, at the moment your Z offset was what we did 0.25. We hit 0.25 at the end. 0.4 now.
Yeah.
All the way back down. That was quite okay. Right. Then it should still at least behave itself before it starts. Yeah, it should be reasonable.
We should be getting close to it at least anyway. And then
at least you can then fine tune your Z offset. If your worst case is go back to the paper option and do a home, adjust your Z offset. Just to get that right.
Yeah.
But it's always the start. Getting it right from the start's the hardest part. Everything else is downhill from there.
Yeah. So we should at least be getting close to it.
Yeah, but that G code, I've never seen a G code that short for a start G code. Ever.
No, never.
Because they always have the either ABL and always have a purge line to make sure it balances the pressure. So that's wrong.
It's a prime the nozzle. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that definitely was a problem with that start G code.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that.
If you've got a Windows machine, copy and paste is easier.
Yeah.
But at least you have the code now, so you can get it typed out, get it ready, double check it, triple check it. Yep. If it's good, then run it and see how it goes.
Okay. I got a question.
Drinking.
Okay, yes, I'm running a cheap $35 CNC control board, and yes, I probably should have spent a lot more money, but it's currently working. But since I have this other box here, which can control 2 of the outlets to turn them on and off, the only 2 plugs that are available on this cheap CNC board is a laser output or the spindle output, which are both power. And I've asked on a few groups and I've never got an answer. Well, I did from one person, but I'm trying to figure out if that board can power that outlet, if it can turn it on and off, or if I'm going to fry my board.
I don't know the outlet, so I don't know, but I'd be very careful about.
I wouldn't trust the board controlling the outlet. I suspect that's more than likely a low voltage power supply from the outlet.
Normally, the fan header, you'd use a fan header like on a computer that would turn my power outlet on. But that's not a fan header where it says spindle control.
Yeah, but that power outlet doesn't look right. I would expect that to be a output, not an input.
No, the green plug is an input. you send it a signal, it turns on the outlets. That way your spindle will start running when you have it. So that way I don't have to reach inside and flip it with my hand. Once a job starts, it'll get a signal. It'll activate the outlets on the bottom.
Oh, so basically it's a solid state relay in effect inside the outlet control box.
I'm just wondering if I wire it the way I had my little arrow there, if I'm going to fry it. Well, of course, there's one way to find out, but I don't want to do that. If I
the way to test that, Jerry. First, what does it say the supply voltage is on that green plug? What does it say the input voltage should be on that green plug?
I'd have to look it up on Amazon.
Yeah, because then you find another power supply, a low voltage power supply that's got the same voltage, and use that instead to see if it triggers it. A 12-volt supply from something else, or it must be a 12 or 24-volt relay inside that. So if you've got a 12-volt or a 24-volt supply from something else to actually test it against instead of using your board.
Yeah, hey Jerry, I designed these by myself. I was pretty impressed with what I did.
What's that? Sure. Wait, want to show? Okay.
So these are snips, scrapers, and tweezer holders that I made.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Keep them tidy.
Yep. Because I always misplace them all the time.
It's always finding out where you've left your tweezers. Tweezers are one for me. I always put my tweezers in the same place everywhere different.
I got a magnet on mine, so because I have a metal shelving, so my tweezers are going to magnet, so I stick it to the shelving, and it's always stuck there.
Stick it in your eye, you can't lose it.
Yeah. The scraper is always like when your print's done, like, where the heck's the scraper?
I never use my scraper.
I don't use my scrapers very often because normally if you wait for the bed to go cold, the part should release on its own.
I sometimes have to resort.
That's the thing. I don't wait till the bed gets cold.
Well, you should, because you could damage your part or damage the bed.
Damage the coating.
Yeah,
especially on
the
glass bed.
It takes 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, the parts will come off much easier.
If a stool doesn't come off on a glass bed, a good trick is just to get a water bottle with water on it and spray water around the outside of around the external edge, and osmosis will draw the water in under the part and pop it off.
It's not osmosis; it's capillary reaction.
Sorry, capillary reaction. That's the word. Capillary reaction. Yeah, we'll draw it in. And that's what I use.
Call yourself a scientist? Come on.
That's chemistry. Chemistry. I'm a geologist. It's not a real science. Don't forget, Liam. I'm a geologist.
Yeah. That's good.
Gary, what are you showing, my dear?
Okay.
What I've been talking about.
Yep.
It's a 3.3 volt. Okay, it's a 3.5 and 5 volt logic board is what's in there.
Okay, so 3.5 or 5 volts, right? So it's a 5 volt or 3.5 volt input from the relay. So yes, if you've got another power supply, anything that'll give you 5 volts, a phone charger or something else to put 5 volts across that, and just see if that will trigger that way. Jerry.
Okay. And if it does work, then I can go ahead and wire it to my CNC board.
Yeah, but don't do it. Don't sacrifice your board. You make an old phone charger or a USB cable's 5 volts out of a USB cable.
The only thing I've ever smoked in the last 5 years is I wired a buck converter backwards because I didn't check the plug. The plug was, red and black or whatever, red and white, whatever it was, and I didn't confirm it, and I plugged it in and pop. That's the only thing
you need to do the same for that. For your whatever you test it with, the same way to make sure plus goes into plus and minus goes into minus the same way.
Okay. Thank you.
But that way, in worst case, it just cooks the phone charger. Like I wouldn't use a USB cable from a computer in case it fries the computer the same way, like John did.
All right.
What does Cleo say about upgrading from Windows 10 PC?
Stephen can't wait for what? Till he comes in and hangs out on my channel?
Well, not open.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Steve. Yeah.
Hint.
Not open, try and so on and back. We know.
Dixon says use the spindle output as well. He says use the spindle.
Yeah.
Got a question, guys. I had an update from Windows 10 PC. Now my S3D program will not open. Okay, right click. If you did an update to Windows 10, did you go to Windows 11? Cleo mods. If you, I'm guessing there's incompatibilities with the software with the upgrade. So right click. If you right click on the icon and select properties, and you should have an option in there to put it into compatibility mode. and set the compatibility mode to a version earlier than Windows 10. If 10 is in there, fine, or do it earlier.
I have this happen. I've had S3D for 5 years, and about once a year, I have an error where it won't load, and I forget what the file is. I have to search for it on the internet. If you go on the S3D group, you can probably find it. You got to edit a certain file and delete something. I forget what it was, then it'll run. But that's what's happening. You can't run it. It won't load. It just randomly shut down. And no matter what you do, rebooting the computer, the program won't start up. If that's a problem you're having?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a file you have to edit and it instantly fix it. I'd have to try to find it. I'll see if I can locate it.
Yeah, so I haven't heard of that printer that you're using there, Denny. I haven't heard of that make before.
Let me check my hard drive.
Where did you buy that? Oh, he's got a UV light.
Documents.
Yeah.
Oh, glow in the dark. Glow in the dark. Yeah, that's glowing. Yeah. That's glowing nicely.
I bought that off at Amazon.
Do you know how it works? Do you know how glow in the dark works, guys?
We're going to talk about photons and physics now.
It's phosphorescence, right?
Right.
And the way it works is it's a mistake in quantum at the quantum level in the atom that allows the light to escape. What happens is when you shine the light on there, the UV of the light gets trapped inside the material, and it should never be able to escape. But it's a weird little thing that every now and again, at the quantum level, there's an error in there, and that error, that little mistake that's in there, allows it to emit the light at similar to the half-life of
UV.
No, not half-life UV. The half-life of like radioactive material. And what it does, it's not radioactive, but it emits it in a similar way. So in the first hour, it emits half of its light. In the second hour, it emits half of that half. It's a quarter. In the third, and that's how it gets dimmer over time. But that's how it works. It emits the light slowly. In theory, the light should never be able to get out, but there's a little error at the quantum level.
I never thought of that. Wow, that's interesting.
Well, I'm a science nerd, so
you're something anyway. You're something.
Yeah, I'm something. So it allows it to leak out, and that's how the light escapes from phosphorescence. So it's kind of interesting how that works. A lot of people don't know it. It's actually an error at the quantum level that allows it to happen.
I seen the lose.
I got this too.
Get water for the doggies.
That's a base for another part. What are you printing
Water for the doggy.
Oh, it's Vinci wave.
Oh, nice.
The Vinci wave.
Water for the doggy.
Yeah, I like that too.
No,
so that's
on Thingiverse.
So that's printed on a different printer, I take it.
What's that?
That was printed on a different printer, I take it.
No, this was printed on this one before I had this issue.
Okay, so it was working fine before, and now it's playing up. That's weird. So, in that case, it mightn't be the G code after all. It could be a mechanical problem.
Yeah,
possibly.
Cleo, go read this right here, and I'm gonna go to my other PC real quick, and I'll check in my documents. I know I saved the file and what I had to edit.
I may have to get on this computer.
There's a file that you have to edit, and that'll fix the problem. But it's happened before,
one on TV,
and it drove me nuts.
Plays one what, Dixon?
You're crazy anyway.
I'll be right back, guys.
Who, me?
No worries.
No,
I'm
Jerry's
not
crazy.
Well, okay, I thought we were going to talk about me. I'm not crazy. They tested me.
No, Jerry's crazy. You're very smart, Liam. Jerry's
They tested me. I passed.
So the fact that your printers work fine up to now implies it's not a G code issue. That's happy with that G code regardless. It's still could be a mechanical problem with the ABL.
Yeah,
electronics.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I ordered a new level, the sensor. I ordered another one, and I'm going to see if that works. If it doesn't, then I'll go with the G code.
Yeah. Don't change the G code just yet, because we were thinking I was under the impression it was a new printer, not one that you'd used previously that was working fine.
Yeah. Oh, Dixon, you're getting me mixed up with Kieran. Kieran plays to be a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do get to play with radioactive sources and things like that, and magnetic resonance tools and acoustic tools. So I get to play with better toys than you do, Liam.
I play a lot with lasers, so.
Yeah, you do play with lasers. We don't play with lasers because they don't work too well underground downhole. No,
but they work really well in physics.
Yeah.
I like how people can be very creative with Benchies. And I like that I printed.
Did you see the version of Benchy? Did you see the version of the Benchy where it's actually mechanical and the Benchy goes through waves like this because they're actually 3D printed waves, but it actually moves. Have you seen that one?
No.
I can't remember where it was. Jim highlighted it once.
Benchies about this big.
Yeah.
They're making an RC boat.
Yeah, no, but
drive on the water.
No, but this one, it's actually Jim showed it on his on one of his Monday streams.
Let me see that. Let me see if I find
and the hot mix, and it was actually mechanical, and actually the Benchy moves like this, like it's on a wave, and it's all 3D printed.
No, you can't let them go the doorway. No one get by. Dog.
I thought you were talking to Jerry there for a moment.
He's always in my way. It's okay.
Yeah, I can't find that file, Cleo, but that'll kind of give you somewhere to go. It's like I said, it happened to me multiple times on both PCs, and I had to do a search for the command, but you got to go in and edit one of your files, take something out, and that'll fix it, and then S3D will start right back up. But I had a problem before and it drove me crazy.
There's a solution for all of this.
You can't, no, there's not.
There is. Use a real slicer that's actually supported today.
Well, yeah. When I first got into printing, and I know it's so well, it's hard for me to use other slicers, and I got to tweak all the profiles.
I know.
So was it Angus has finally chucked it away? He's not using it. Was it Angus or Teaching Tech?
That was what?
That he's fit up with the 3D.
I think it's probably Angus. I don't think Michael's ever used it. I don't think Michael likes it.
That's an Angus thing, because Angus had one of the earliest versions on beta even, and he's just fed up because it was waiting so long for the changes. It's been 6 years waiting for the next update. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was on Hot Mix, but I can't remember which one it was, Carl. But I don't remember the model number. If you find it, let us know. But I saw it on Hot Mix, on Jim's stream. And it was mechanical. I think there was a motor in it, but you could actually probably do it with a hand crank. But the Benchy looks like it's going over waves. It's really cool.
Yeah, Cleo, if you do edit that file, copy and save it. Make before you edit and save it, copy and paste it and save it. That way, if it screws something up, you can restore it. But
yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to Cleo in chat.
Cleo mods.
All right. But we still think that G code is still too short because if it's not printing a purge line or anything else beforehand, it should be at least getting a purge line printed just to make sure everything's working.
It doesn't do a purge line.
Well, it should be.
That's in the G code. Your G code you had did not have a purge line to start with, which balances your flow and everything else before you even do your skirt.
The purge line also primes your nozzle, so when it goes out to print, there's filament at the end of the nozzle. Without the purge line, you're probably running with an empty nozzle.
Yeah, or using too much.
Crap out of the nozzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the purge line cleans that as well. Anything that's good to go gets picked up in the purge line.
Balances the pressure and everything, so it just comes out, retracts, and goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that, Liam. I thought that was a hand behind you, but I noticed I've seen one of those before.
It is a hand. It is a hand. It's a third hand.
Oh, it is a hand. I thought it was a face.
He done a great job on that hand, didn't he?
Wow.
Yeah.
I know where that's going.
I just said it backwards.
I know.
Yeah. We're leaving that. It's not that sort of channel, Jerry.
So it's actually a prosthetic hand. A 3D printed prosthetic hand for a child.
That's so cool.
I gotta print me one of those.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And remember, I am your father.
That maybe you can't be taken one
You
day.
may have worked out, Denny, we're a bunch of psychos, but we also still have
I'm
problems.
not
like I said.
psycho. I told you they tested me and I passed.
I didn't say you were. I didn't. We were a bunch of. So you're a pick of
All
psychos.
of us are psychos. And
You're missing the joke there. The fact that they tested me, they suspected me of it, right?
I have all the sliders, Big Mike.
Trust me, we've always suspected, Liam. We've always suspected.
I do have an Ender 3 too.
Right, and that's giving you no
I've never
problems
had
at
one of
all.
those.
Yeah.
I have 22 printers. I've never had an Ender 3. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we walked right into that one. That's good.
Yeah,
I've never had any.
Brandy,
I have two
show the
Enders.
stool sample.
The stool sample.
Where is it?
On the shelf. Little cut, green lead.
Yeah.
No,
You've only
I
got
have,
the one. You've only got the one printed in, didn't you?
Move.
No, I was just joking.
Yeah, but
I know. I realise that, but you do only had the one printer. You got more than one printer.
No, this is the one that I printed before I had the issues on this one.
No. The question was, how many printers do you have?
Oh, just one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like me. He's normal. He's like me, Liam. Only got
I'm
the
normal.
one printer.
No, you're not.
I'm normal.
Yeah. I've only got the one printer, Denny. That's it. That's all I'm allowed.
I've only got two printers.
Just one.
2 plus 2.
You said you had three printers.
I got 3 Enders sitting on the floor I need to get rid of. I need to plug them in, make sure they work right, and get rid of all 3 of them.
Liam's got 2. The one he's printing on and the one he's got on order.
So there we go. There's the stool sample.
Open it up and show the inside of it. Inside of it is a stool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My doctor, I made a couple and gave them to my doctor I used to have a few years ago.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Ethan's dad did a whole lot of them at the Murph this year, didn't he? He put a pile of them to give away at Murph.
Well, when I went to use the restroom at this doctor's office, they had a whole bin of them there. So if I grabbed 3 of them, next time I came back to see her, I gave her back 2 of 3 with the little stools in them. So,
I bet she had a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
That's genius. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
She's our surgeon.
That's. You know what? Gary, I think those would be perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
A little stool in there.
Or the little thing of toilet paper says, "Remember 2020, never forget." Little plastic. That's on Thingiverse. I gave the last one away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no. I use my printers a lot. They're often busy. So, and I use my lasers a lot. So.
You have a little nose.
They're just great. I mean, I've only got the one.
Cool.
That's all I'm allowed. Psycho.
Friday the 13th.
I did it just as a Halloween thing.
Jason.
But,
so you see all the crap that's in the eyes.
yeah, he's got the ski mask.
Yeah,
He's got the ski mask.
But that's settings of your printer. Your
Retraction.
profile settings are its retraction and your temperature could be wrong and
your speed, your retraction speed. Yeah.
Yeah. So
but that's fine. That can be worked on.
Yeah.
But one thing at a time. Get it working again first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get it working again before Christmas.
It looks like the printer had no issues up to the point of it now playing up. So it's implication it's a mechanical problem more so than a
mechanical
software
electronic.
Problem. Yeah. Because like I said, I thought it was a new printer, but it's obviously worked fine. So implications it's mechanical or a problem with the board, motherboard even something's throwing up on it.
When I stain this pine, how long should I let it dry? A couple hours before I hit it with my clear?
Overnight.
Yeah.
And then clear
And if you're
tomorrow?
using, if you're doing an oil-based stain, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours is normal for oil.
Minimum.
Stain.
Yeah. If it's a water-based stain, the next morning's fine. But an oil-based stain, 24 hours minimum.
Okay.
And don't put on much stain. Keep it very light, and it should be.
Just rub it on with a rag. Rub it on with a rag.
Yeah, that's what I do. I take a rag and I just dip it and wipe it.
That's all you want. Yeah.
But this time, when I did this other one, I actually put rubber gloves on for the first time in my life.
So the
normally,
stain
I
doesn't get
stain
your
my
finger.
hands, and then you got to use gas to try to get it off, and everything else.
As Jerry says, always wear gloves, and he doesn't always do it.
Yeah, I don't practice what I preach all the time, but
That's
in videos you have to say the right thing because somebody might hold it against you, and legally
Practice what you preach, baby. Practice what you preach.
When someone asks you how many printers do you have, Cleo, the correct answer is always N+1. The number you currently have plus the one you've got on order. It's always N+1.
Yeah, well, my +1's arriving Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, and when I typed a comment the other day in the stream, I intentionally typed the wrong because I figured that Kieran was reading it, and you'll see me. I wrote TEH. I done that on purpose.
Kieran! That's not nice.
No, it's just the way I type. The keyboard's too slow.
I live in Nevada. I got one for you.
Yeah, that's not a finger. This is a finger. Yeah. As long as your doctor didn't use that finger to check you, Jerry, you're okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to print it, Jerry?
I might buy it and print it.
No.
And then he could hold Vegemite, stick a string around it.
No.
Yeah. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. There's nothing wrong with Vegemite.
No.
It's a nice Unami.
Brandy hasn't tried Vegemite yet.
I think Betty may not like that printout. Yeah.
I will not like Vegemite. I can already tell. It's like tar.
It's just really salty. It has
looks
flavor.
like tar.
But like I said, best thing in the world for casseroles or stews or soups there, Jerry. Put a teaspoon or even a tablespoon of soups and casseroles.
Bovril in a stew.
For what?
It's the same effect, Liam. It's exactly the same sort of
No,
effect.
but Bovril has that beef flavor as well.
Yep.
Bovril in a stew is fantastic.
Ew.
Oh, no, it's
doing
really
that,
good.
You're doing that same meaty, salty tang. That's exactly what the Vegemite does as well for your stews and casseroles.
The Bovril just enhances the beef flavor, though, is what it does.
Yep.
Bovril, in a scoop of Bovril into a soup, like a stew, is fantastic.
Onion soup, all those.
Or OXO.
OXO is good as well. Yeah.
Those keeps perfect.
Well, if you're doing that, then basically the Vegemite does the same job as an OXO cube, Betty. Exactly the same job.
The Vegemite looks like tar.
Yes, but it will dissolve. It dissolves away. OXO cube's solid.
Okay, I'll try it one time, but it's not going to be today.
Jerry Clearmont wants to know where you can get the alien.
It's on Gambody.
He cannot.
Somebody shared it on my group a few days ago. Gambody.
But Jerry's not going to print it if he loves his wife. No comment.
No.
Oh, this gold looks nice.
You'll walk out. Jerry's going to print it in glow in the dark, so he can put it outside the door.
No, he's not, because if he prints it, he's going to be in trouble.
Jerry does what Jerry wants and always has.
Yes, I'll post the link for you. I'll post the link for you, Cleo. Here you go.
Thank you.
Jerry, we don't need any more stuff until you start painting. When you paint something, you can do it. When you print my Betty Boop, you can print that thing.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go, Jerry. You got your things to do this week. Paint Betty Boop, and then you can start printing out Paul next week.
Paint this. See this?
Yeah.
Then you can print that ugly looking thing.
Yeah, I told you I was going to paint it soon. Brandon's is about done.
You said by Christmas. You said by my birthday. I'm still waiting.
He said Christmas. By the year. He said what year? Which year?
By the year, though,
my birthday was September 16th 2 years ago.
If I wait till Christmas, I can wrap it up, and that'll be your one present from me. So that and a new broom.
Oh, you're funny.
A new broom.
Well, I'm cruel and heartless.
Do y'all want
I've got Christmas, our wedding anniversary, and the wife's birthday within 10 days of each other. So she only gets one present for the whole lot.
Do y'all want to talk to Jerry next weekend? Because if y'all do, y'all better talk to
Brandy, I know how we can save money for Christmas. We'll just tell everybody we're Jehovah's Witnesses this year. And then when I can make more money when I turn 62,
you want to die, don't you? Have a very slow death.
She made out Christmas cards yesterday, and they're like, what, 47 of them?
41 cards. Last year I sent out 150, y'all. This year I sent out 41. I did good.
I used to send a lot of them to a lot of people that I know in the 3D printing community. Now I've cut that down to 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, postage is ridiculous now. Trying to get stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I saw what your letter was to get here. 7 weeks to get here.
That
now,
ridiculous. And I was saying it was a sticker.
Yeah, stickers. Yeah, I post USPS will not ship to 27 countries now because they got so much backlog. They will not ship to 27 countries. The UK postal service is the same. They're not shipping to a pile of countries because they can't clear the backlog.
So who picks up if you mail the letter, where does it go? Who does it?
Yeah,
It just gets returned to sender. They will not ship it overseas.
So, but it's in our post office for 1,000 years.
No, it just gets
sender.
Yeah, just get returned to sender.
Okay, I had two letters that I have to send overseas for Christmas. Are they going to get there?
Which countries?
What country?
Germany, UK,
and Hungary.
Germany, maybe. UK is okay. UK is on the UPS list, and Germany, they'll get there. They'll get there.
England.
They should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The only way to get around that is actually do it as a courier envelope, which is not worth the money.
No, they get them. They get them. Is what I
E-Christmas cards.
E-Christmas cards, it says.
Yeah.
And I send in a big package as a card, and that's, you know.
Do you know what you do? You print mini Stevens and send them to everybody.
Yeah. Now, why would your wife like to wake up?
Paul, sorry, that's Stephen in my head.
That's an odd question.
Print mini Pauls and send them around to people.
Yeah. See what Cleo says? His wife would like to wake up to that. To Paul. So I don't want to know why.
I won't comment on that under the grounds.
No, we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. Yeah. Jerry may get demonetized.
Liam and Karen, I want to ask y'all a question. When do y'all start decorating for Christmas?
About a week or two before at most. I don't do. We like where I'm from. We don't do the like. As soon as Halloween's over, you do Thanksgiving. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, well, we don't have Thanksgiving anyway. But as soon as that's over, we prep for the next one. That we don't do that. We're not like here. So for me, I'll put up the lights soon, and the only reason why I'm doing them soon, and they won't be turned on. I'll put them up on the outside of the house for one simple reason. I'm not going to be out there when it's bitter cold in December to put them up. I'm not going to be out there in the cold.
And Karen?
The wife likes to enjoy the Christmas stuff, so she'll be putting that up normally the first week of December.
I'm doing it now. Jerry's going to get my Christmas stuff up, and I'm going to be putting it up.
Next Thursday, I think, right?
Next week, I will have my tree decorated for the stream.
I've been printing off some of the decorations all year for her because she likes the decorations.
No, I'm not having the kids come over next Thursday to decorate.
So the Christmas gnome decoration, Santa decorations, and
cool.
But he's animated. He moves around. So
Jerry, are you looking at these? Oh, I want it.
We know. You have your own printer.
Nice.
Well, you can print it on my printer, but he has to slice it.
And your gyroscopic ones.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah. See, So no, we do it just before. We'll do it. Maybe we might start beginning December, but I'll get the lights up sooner. I don't want to be out in the cold.
Maybe does our lights the day after Thanksgiving, and I do all the other Christmas decoration in the house. Santa Claus.
No, well, we do Thanksgiving in my house, but like the Christmas tree will go up maybe 2 weeks before Christmas.
I managed to sneak in a couple of ones that the wife doesn't quite twig to what they are.
Oh, I like that. That's kick ass.
That's good.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
You got to get the sci-fi nerdy ones done.
Cool.
Yeah.
You did a very good job, Karen.
Yeah, the people that lived across the street, the man's wife died 5 or 6 years ago, and when she passed away, my neighbor set all of her Christmas stuff out on the curb, and we're talking a huge truckload of stuff. So I just walked it all across the street to my house, and I picked through what I wanted, and I called my sister over, and
Oh, that's
cool. Darth Vader.
Nice.
There's a thing of. If you want, I'll post a link for it. I'll get the Thingiverse link. There's a whole pile of these nerd Christmas decorations for Thingiverse. I'll grab the link for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
So how do you use an airbrush? I've never used one before.
Well, on Amazon, they have nice cheap little kits for like $75 to $100. Would be a good place to start. Are you good with a rattle can? Painting with a rattle can?
Because I've seen lots of people using airbrushes on the 3D prints.
Yeah, but you have to prime it first.
Yeah, you always have to prime your models. And a lot of my stuff I hand paint. I don't I usually airbrush bigger things. Smaller things I don't even airbrush anymore. I just hand paint them. But you have to prime everything first. Take it outside. Clean up your print. If it's really rough or has a lot of bad texture, you need to lightly sand it. If it prints perfect, then you don't have to do anything to it. But you need to prime it with primer first.
Now, primer has additives inside it with the paint that allows it to bond to multiple materials and bond better than normal paint will.
Yeah,
and
some people say they don't prime, they just paint, and to each of their own. But you should prime everything, no matter what it is. If you're going to paint it, everything in the world should be primed first.
Yeah. There's added emulsifiers in the paint that allows it to bond. There's bonding agents and stuff like that in there to make it stick better, and then the paint sticks well to that because they don't add all of that. That's why primer costs a little bit more sometimes than regular paint because of all those additives.
You have the fan, Jerry?
Turn on the.
So that's. I've just posted the link for those ornaments. There's a second one. Let's get the second link up. He's done 2 sets. Let's get the second set as well. They're all ginky. So they're all Star Wars, Star Trek, sci-fi games, TV shows, but they're perfect ones.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
That's an interesting idea. I might do some of those.
Yeah. I'll see that there. I'll show. Hang on. I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen here. Hang on.
Next baby's happy. That's all that matters.
If anyone else is interested.
Danny, do you decorate for Christmas?
There we go. There's what they look like.
Well, some of them are 3-dimensional. They're just not.
Yeah, they're all 3-dimensional.
No, by 3-dimensional, I mean they actually instead.
Oh, he has a dinosaur. Oh my God, I'm in love.
Jurassic Park, and the second one is this one.
We can laser cut them too. They're.
We can laser
or CNC route them even.
I don't want them laser cutted.
No, they'd be nice in wood. Laser cut in wood, they look great.
No.
The second one's got a whole pot. The second one's got more. So that's the.
Oh, I'm so happy.
He's got a whole pile more. Alien Express, RoboCop, Millennium Falcon. Let's see the pictures are.
Yeah, the second one, some of them are actually raised, so you can't do them with laser.
See,
but the
so
other
see RoboCop's helmet. RoboCop's helmet.
Those could be done in a laser.
Yep.
We'll be streaming for another 45 minutes. Old
I'm in love.
There's a Millennium Falcon, a Dalek.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the face mask, Dr.Doom's face mask. So yeah, so there's a couple of collections there. So they're quite they're fun.
Doom.
Yeah, there we go. So there you go, Jerry.
Nice, thank you.
Your boss has got some stuff for you to do now, Jerry.
Everybody in chat will love them also.
Get print,
no, they're great. They're great for the Christmas trees, So I get to put some of my decorations up. So.
Look, there's Daddy. Look, there's Daddy. Look.
Hi, Sandy Lulu. Sandy.
Say it again.
Sandy.
Where's
Sandy.
Where's
Sandy. Sandy. It's okay.
She's looking from the ground.
Yeah, she's like, where is he?
Nikita, come in. I heard a tail banging. Yeah, here's Nikita in here with me.
I have Nikita have Sandy Lulu's. Sandy Lulu's my dog.
So I'm maybe next weekend or the week after. I'm going to be driving down to
Las Vegas,
Ohio.
There you got toys for Tots delivery.
Yep.
Ohio? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio.
Did they get their goal last year for the numbers?
Yeah, and this year was much higher.
Okay, that was I wonder last year. Did they set was it the same goal or higher? So they got last year's. So that's good. So 80% from which is still higher than last year's. That's not bad.
What is that? 2 hours away, Liam, where you picked up the filament?
For me, it was over an hour's drive one way and over an hour's drive back out to Grosse Ile.
All right.
Then he knows where Grosse Ile is.
You got to call them first to make sure they're open before you drive.
Well, I'm going to arrange it in advance to let them know that I'm coming down. So I've already.
So they can lock the door and make sure you're not home.
Say that again, Betty.
Where do you drop the toys off at?
I'm actually going to drive down to their headquarter office and deliver them down in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So these are like little books that I designed.
Oh, that's cool. cool, Dan.
Key rings, yeah.
Denny.
What's that say? Okay. Hand
Oh,
ring for
that's
the.
very cool, Denny.
Yeah. I thought that was
Halloween earrings.
Oh, there we go. True. Halloween earrings.
I was
Exactly.
gonna have them out in my shop for Halloween, but I ran out of Mod Podge.
You use that for a primer, or just for smoothing
Sealer,
it?
probably.
Just for pre-order, you can order them on the shop.
No, the Mod Podge. Use it for a sealer or a primer.
I use just the glue itself. That's all I
Yeah,
use.
yeah. But a lot of people use it for instead of using a primer for spray painting as a spray painting primer, they cover it with Mod Podge as a primer as well, because it's a good bonding agent for painting over, spray painting over.
Yeah, people use them on
And it's also quite cheap compared to a can of spray paint.
It's basically PVA, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's got a few other additives in it as well.
Go Tennessee.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's because it's such a good bonding agent, it's great for spray painting over.
Whew, thank God.
Covering defects, very small defects. Yeah.
Go Tennessee.
Yeah, we're all still here, old curmudgeon. We haven't got a life on a Sunday morning for me. So,
Oh, curmudgeon, you haven't dropped into one of my streams in like 6 months. How come?
He doesn't like you.
That could be. I know a lot of people.
No, well, it can't be me or Liam. It can't be us. So it must be
We're
you,
all
Jerry.
we're all sweetness and light, aren't we?
I try to get along with
They're
everybody.
so nice to everybody.
Yeah.
They're not rude to anybody.
I let people get to know me, and then I kind of get a feel for how they talk and what things like that, and I know what I can or can't say sometimes.
And Jerry's too sarcastic sometimes.
Yeah, I am very sarcastic.
He's not really.
I put the links. I put the links up. If you're about 3 rows up there, Bruno. There's 2 links on Thingiverse.
I'm gonna record him for y'all one day. And
You'll see them. You'll see them just up on the chat links, Bruno. Yeah. There's two bundles. There's the original, and then someone did some remixes with some extra ones in.
Yeah, Deceival. I want to try.
I had a T-shirt actually, Betty. Talking about being sarcastic, I had a T-shirt and it actually said sarcasm across the top. It said sarcasm, just one of my many talents.
Jerry, you need that shirt.
Hey Jerry, who made that boat? That you said your brother made it?
Yeah,
his brother. Yeah,
yeah. He's a retired carpenter. Lives in Prump, Nevada, an hour from here.
Pretty cool.
I'm surprised he owns a cell phone. He's not into modern technology, computers, anything.
No worries, Bruno.
And he had some pictures of the ships in black and white, or he's seen in a book, and he created them from the pictures.
Well, which boat is this?
Yeah, that's it. The Lusitania, the one in the garage.
Lusitanium?
Lusitania.
I want his paddle boat. He has a boat that has a paddle on the back of it, like an old-timey boat going down the river.
Oh, the Mississippi boats, yeah.
Yes, that's the one I want. He has one of those.
Paddle steamer.
I don't think he's going to sell the steamboat.
He has one.
Do Steamboat Willie's paddle steamer. That's available as a.
I want a steamboat one that he has.
I came across this 3D print and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, where it belongs. Where it belongs. Tracebook, where it belongs.
I've never been in Facebook jail yet.
I can't believe he's changed the name. Just purely for financial reasons, I suspect, for bookkeeping.
Yeah, but here's another thing, right? You must remember, he changed the name of the company, but when you put lipstick on it, if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
But he's now made Facebook a subsidiary, so I think, and renamed it. So something. I bet you it's for tax reasons, no other reason.
What's the name of it?
I'll tell you now in a second.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who won, Brandy? Was Alabama playing today?
Because his Facebook isn't his primary brand now, but the other ones he owns, so he doesn't want to call it.
Alabama just started.
All right.
I forgot.
They're playing those. They're playing the Tigers.
Fox go back an hour tonight.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a flagpole out front, and on holidays I put up the American flag, and it's football season. Brandy wants Alabama college team flag put up. So I got an Alabama flag.
Meta. It's called Meta, Liam, for metadata.
Yeah,
Meta.
Yeah, you know what that stands for? we're stealing all of your metadata so we can use it against you.
We've been doing it for years.
Yeah, that's what it stands
They
for.
make more money. They make more money from the metadata than from Facebook.
All the time on
Facebook,
Facebook, there's posts that say, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" Or, "Hey, what's your favorite food?"
Don't ever
they
answer
do that
those.
over a period of a year, and you keep answering it because you can tell people what you like and don't like. They build a profile, and somebody could easily steal your identity with all those questions you answered
That's
over the last couple of years.
Good luck trolling my online presence.
That's called social engineering.
Louise says it's Meta or Meta.
Meta, yeah.
Yep.
So, but what they're doing that is called social engineering, and hackers do it all the time, and people do it to get information on you. If you answer enough what appears to be benign questions, they can use that to probably get to change the password to your bank account.
Yep.
Right.
Or your social media account.
Because you just think about your bank account, it asks you questions like your mom's maiden name and all these other questions, right?
I don't answer those when they ask me.
No, don't ever answer those things. You are asking to be hacked.
I don't.
I have a million different passwords for different places. Some of them are the same, some of them aren't. But then I see there's companies out there that you can pay them, tell them all your passwords, they'll secure them. What happens when they get hacked? I'd rather write them down on my own book.
Well, there are a couple of good password managers in that, but I never use the same. I may use the same password, but the username is different, or vice versa. There's never the same.
I have software called 1Password.
Yeah, 1Password is a good one. Yeah,
it's fantastic software. You pay for it.
Yes,
now it's online. Now it's subscription now, but I actually have the paid version. They want to have it on my, but now I think they've gone totally subscription. But it's really good. It encrypts everything, and all you need to know is the 1Password to get into that. And then everything else is in there. It will actually auto-populate your username and password for you all through the interface.
So all your passwords are the same, Liam?
No, they're all different, but they're all in a database. And
he's got like a password to Vault that auto fills for him, but he has one password access, so he needs to change or add them.
And 1Password will generate passwords for you too.
Yeah.
On its own.
Big long strings. Yeah,
it's really good software. I like 1Password. I haven't used Bitwarden. 1Password is really good. It's cross-platform.
Room service. Look at that.
You're about to
Look at that.
What is that? The mask there, Denny?
Yep. Well, when I printed this the first time, I had it upside down like this.
That's the right way to do it.
And then when I started looking at it, the bed, I'm like, what the heck? The support started coming off, so I had to stop it halfway. You can see the gap.
Yeah, but that was the right way to print it, though.
Looks good.
The only place I would have had supports would be on the bed side and then on the eyes and mouth.
Now, one thing you must remember about silk filaments. Silk filaments do have a lower layer adhesion than a regular filament. So when you're doing silk, it's not as strong a material. If you wanted to last, you wanted to do it with regular or with regular PLA or with a PETG. But silks have because there's additional
the polymers for the sheen.
Polymers and monomers added to it. They actually they actually change the adhesion ability of each layer.
What was it, Liam? I printed in silk, and halfway through I changed colors, and it separated, and it cracked.
That was a big skull, big spawn head.
Spawn head, yeah.
Yeah.
But silks are nice. I mean, you got to admit, silks are nice.
They're nice, but you want to be careful about temps on them, and
I run them about 10 degrees hotter than anything else.
Yeah, well, there's good and bad in that, because if you run it too hot, you can lose the sheen off.
There you go. I'm sorry. It took me a minute.
Sorry, no problem. There we go.
I'm like, oh, what?
If you run it too hot, you take the sheen off it.
Yeah.
What is that?
But see, it's not a company I'm using. It's on my own machine.
Just a small bowl for trinkets.
And it's still secure. It's on my machine.
Cool. Yeah.
That's very cool.
So
any guesses on whose model this is?
Clock Spring has to be.
There we go.
Clock Spring fanboy.
Yeah, I'm a Clock Spring fanboy.
He's getting his T-shirt next week.
Yeah, I know. I mean, his stuff's good.
There's no question. Yeah. So yeah, Stephen, there's no, and the app is on my machine, actually, and I have the database for it is shared. Oh, that's a stringy mess.
Who's this from? That's Karen.
What's that? That looks like a clamp for an adapter clamp.
That's a shoe.
TPU?
That's a dust shoe for
Vacuum.
a
Is that
TNC.
TPU?
Where you hook up the air hose that's too small, so I'm not going to try to reprint it.
Yeah.
It was done
That's
in
TPU, isn't it?
Yeah, it's PETG, and this is also clock spring.
Yep.
It's over on Thingiverse. But
Gary, if you turn on combing to help with some of that stringing, and your temperatures are not right, or your retractions are not right.
Didn't Llama send you a link for a TPU one?
No, he never did. But I messaged him last night or this morning about it, and I never heard back from him.
His one has like the little soft fingers to help brush the debris away as well.
I'll print it when he sends it, but I haven't heard back yet.
Well, the bristles are not to brush it away. The little bristles are to hold it in, so the
but it's to keep, but it's also to help to clean. But they're not actually brushes. They're more like stiff fingers.
Help keep the suction in the vacuum.
But that's what's great about the 3D printing. Oh, I need an adapter. Oh, there's one. I'll just change it to suit my vacuum hose. Bang, done, sorted. It's great. Great little.
That's what I figured. I'll check it out, and if I can measure it in one of my programs, and I can always throw it in Tinkercad, modify it to fit my hose.
Yeah,
or get a smaller hose, actually, because I'll have to put a hole in the top of my
it does. It gets some strange things with silk, especially when it changes direction for doing infill on that. Not infill, when doing surfaces. You get interesting banding patterns and all sorts.
This is all I do to put the hang my mask. I seem like you have yours in the background like you're in a shop.
Well,
yeah,
I can say because I know no one can get at it, so I'm okay with it.
So it's just
But we know you're not going to be in your house next week, so when we come knocking and kick your front door in and steal your passwords, you're okay.
Well, you can, but the database is encrypted, so good luck with it. So we must remember, my background is I come from IT infrastructure security, so good luck. You know?
Yeah. No, we don't care about your password. We want to steal your rocket models. We're after your rocket models. That's all. So once you leave the house next week, we'll steal your rockets.
I would say no to that, or curmudgeon. You need to extract it outside.
It'd have to be awfully sophisticated and expensive if it's going to actually filter the burnt wood smell. So I'd say also vent it. It wouldn't hurt to have one in the room with it, but I would definitely vent it outside.
It would definitely get the particulates out because the HEPA fan would definitely stop the particulates. But
they won't for smoke. No, smoke particles are too small for a HEPA fan.
Oh, you mean
because HEPA's dust? HEPA's the fine dust.
It's dust, but smoke particulates are actually smaller
than the 300 micron for the HEPA's.
A smoke particulate is something like 1/50 the thickness of a human hair, or smaller. So I don't think a HEPA fan would block smoke, because smoke is actually particles in the air, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 0.3. It's 0.3 microns for a HEPA.
Yeah. I think smoke is smaller than that.
25 years ago, I used to sell ozone generators that are negative ions, and take smoke anything in there and just kill it, change it on a molecular level, and it would smell great. But have these charged electrical plates that were inside of it.
Yeah, that's different because it attracts the material.
Yeah.
I don't even play Arkansas.
So I think the smoke particle is much smaller than that, Karen.
If you're doing minor engraving, small things, little curmudgeon, you're probably not even going to smell it. If you're doing a lot of cutting, like on my Eiffel Tower, that was burning a lot of wood, and I was creating a lot of smoke, which my wife could smell in another room, even though I had a small exhaust fan near it.
Awful.
I didn't have a hood or anything.
Smoke's 0.4.
It wasn't in my closure. Have a hood. I didn't have a hood above it.
Yeah, I don't think HEPA would catch that.
Yeah, because this HEPA's down to 3 microns. So yeah,
it's too small.
Yeah, smaller. About 7.
When I burn tile, burn glass, things like that, I haven't really noticed anything from it.
Like bacteria is 2 microns and smoke is 1 micron, I believe.
0.4 to 0.7. 0.4 to 0.7.
Yeah, so it's like then I have an inch. That's 0.00004 of an inch.
Yeah.
1 micron. So a HEPA filter will not.
HEPA's around 3 microns. So.
3 or higher, yeah. So yeah. So I didn't think it would work. Like,
well, Old curmudgeon, if you got a garage, just set it up, put it in your, check it in your garage, do your burn, and see what you think about the odor. Just open your garage door if it's a problem. That way you realize whether or not you want to take it in the house or not.
That's for his laser, right? If you're only doing, if it's for a laser and you're only doing outline.
You got the Comgro Z1.
Okay, now it depends on how their settings, and it depends on how dark you want to go. The darker you want to go, the higher the settings, or the slower the speed, the more smoke that's created, because it's going to burn black. If you're going to do it like, if you're going to do something like this, which is not that dark, this creates
you probably won't even smell it.
No, you will. I saw smoke today with this, a lot of smoke. I had to open a window while this was burning today. Now, and I normally do them outside, but because I was doing a video, I did it indoors. So
just some ducting with a
an inline fan.
Inline fan, yeah. That's a centrifugal inline fan, yeah.
I was thinking about getting a resin printer, but I'm like, if I have it in my room, then it's gonna stink up my room.
Well, it depends. Like what I've done with my resin printers, Jerry prints resin way more than I ever do, right? Jerry's about 80% of resin, I would say, but Akuma Mods, Matt was on earlier on, and he does.
He does lots. He does lots.
He does all primarily resin.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because he comes in here and we hang out on each other's streams and stuff. But what I did for my resin printer, because of the fumes, because I want to print during the winter.
Of course.
It gets cold. I have an extractor running outside, and I use a 3D printer enclosure, and I put the printer in there because when I'm running the fan at the back of it to extract the air out of it during a print, what's happening is it's creating a negative pressure, so it's pulling the air out, and by doing a negative pressure, it's actually drawing air in from the room into the enclosure, and that's been sucked out the back. There's no fumes from inside the enclosure coming outwards.
Most resins nowadays have very little to no odor. Some stink, most of them don't. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt you if you breathe it in or you're sensitive, but most of the time I can't notice any odor from them. I have a Winix air purifier I set on the floor. It's a great big box to help filter some of the things out. Now, like I say, I vape. I smoke my whole life and I vape. Is this good for me? No. It's worse than air. Anything other than air is not good for you. But I don't notice any odor on most of my resins, and it doesn't really bother me. But I don't have it in the bathroom. It's not in my bedroom. It's in a large area, the big open area.
I noticed it in mine.
It's important, Llama, because we need to know what does the damage to your lungs and how far down you need to go.
Yeah.
So for smoking that, it's very fine. So
yeah, 1 micron is the average smoke particle.
We got to set a standard here, Llama, for facts. We've got to justify Liam and being Cordyke. So
so I would say
and if you live in China, you're screwed, because from what I see on TV, it's nothing but pollution.
Some areas, it's really bad there. Yeah, in the cities.
But there's no point putting a filter in there. You just vent it like you're saying there. Just put a dryer port with an inline fan to your wall. That's all you need there, old curmudgeon.
Don't worry,
It'll work fine. It'll work just as good for the laser as a resin printer as well. There's something similar.
Yeah, that's what I do. As I said, for my my resin.
I think people in America die more than any other country in the world because of all the crap and all the processed stuff that's in everything we eat, and we can't avoid it. It's there in everything. So that's why Americans get old, fat, and die sooner than other countries. We're not as healthy as most of the world.
But the negative pressure works for me. As I said, with my enclosure, I get no odors at all. It's messy, and you have a lot of stuff to deal with, like gloves and I took alcohol and all this kind of stuff to deal with. You have to be careful.
I said, I'm sure I can convince the wife to get a single resin printer, but that's it. It's just the hassle of post processing.
I have a couple of them, and I used to only print in my garage because I didn't want it in the house during the day because of the smell. So I only print during the summer. But now that
I was going to say, you'd have issues, wouldn't you, in winter in your garage? Because
it'd be too cold. The resin would turn thick. So
Tripod had the same issue with some of his in winter. His garage is insulated.
So that's why I have the enclosure now, and because I can then vent it outside, and now I can print it all year round if I want to do in resins. Because I've been offered resins before, and they were offering them in winter, and I said I can't look at it until the spring because it gets warmer. And like some would say okay, some would say no, but now I don't have that issue anymore.
I need to put my Winx air purifier in my bedroom at night because I have 2 dogs that sleep with me.
yeah, I agree, Liam. We'll just leave that alone. Just leave that alone, Liam. It's just not worth commenting on.
It's not because of dogs.
It was just
protect the dogs.
Oh, bite my tongue! Bite my tongue!
No, it's to protect the dogs, not to save Jerry.
I'm not going to explain it, but he's kind of right. But anyway,
it's for the dogs. Yes, for the dogs.
I'm right.
That was exactly what I was going to say, but I thought no, better not say anything. Just go quiet.
The difference is I don't have the filter that you have, Kieran.
I have my own room. He has his
I apologize to my dogs every night.
It was tempting. It was tempting, but no, I'll
I
bite
feel
my
sorry
tongue.
for the dogs. I feel sorry for my dogs.
Oh dear.
I snore, and my wife watches TV all night long. So quite a few years ago, I moved into a different room, and she has a master.
I had my aunt and uncle. They actually had separate rooms. Oh no, they had separate beds for most of their marriage because
my mom and dad were like that when I was little. And my mom always said it was because your dad was in the service and he used to have these flashbacks, and sometimes he'd wake up and he might swing or something. So they lived in the same bedroom with 2 separate beds.
Yeah, I had an aunt and uncle that did that, and because they slept better. You just sleep better when you're on your own. But there is reasons when people have.
I figured it was just instead of getting a divorce, just have 2 beds. It simplifies things.
Yeah, well, PTSD people who have PTSD, and they do. Some do go through nightmares and all this kind of stuff, and because of that, it is often better for them to be on their own because they do wake up sometimes responding to something in a dream.
Yeah,
and you don't want to be in the receiving end of it. So
my brother does from Iraq and all that.
I get that if I get anesthetic, if I got an operation and I wake up.
Oh, you're combative.
I come back combative, abusive, so much so that in one case after surgery, the wife was given a domestic abuse pamphlet by the nurse because she thought he hit the wife up because I was so abusive waking up.
I'm the opposite. Like when I'm out of surgery, I wake up and I'm funny.
But you got to sleep funny as well, so.
And I sit up like that. I'm not one of these people that lies around like trimmed down.
It depends on the drugs they give you too.
Yeah.
It makes
no, I find when as soon as I wake up, I sit up. I get straight up on my elbows straight away in the bed.
It was 3 or 4 years ago, the first time I'd ever been in the hospital when I had my surgery. And for the first time, I got morphine. It's like, wow, this is cool.
Nah, morphine doesn't do squat. I've had that, and it had no effect on the pain whatsoever.
When they put it in my wrist, I could kind of like feel it go throughout my whole body really quick. I'm like, wow, that is neat.
Yeah. So it doesn't make the pain go away. You just don't care about it.
Jerry was saying when he woke up out of surgery, he was a character.
Yeah. So, I'm the same. I'm funny. Yeah, you go to see your doctor, and he asks you to do stuff, and say, "What? No dinner first?"
I did love our surgeon. Our surgeon was great. He had a great surgeon.
Surgery is never a pleasant experience. Trust me, and Jerry understands it's not nice.
The food is completely terrible. I mean, nothing has any flavor. But one time I went in the hospital, and I was in good health with a different issue. I wasn't near death sick, and the food wasn't that bad. So I think the whole problem was it was because the state my body was in. The food tasted that bad.
Well, and whatever you're on, like the medication can change your taste buds as well.
It's kind of like I got M&Ms or something. I went to the vending machine and I could only eat one. I had to spit it out. It was too sweet. So whatever the medication I was on, it was amplifying different things.
It does, it does.
And every operation and every procedure is different, and the anesthetist will change his recipes to suit. Different ones use different combinations. Never the same.
And every time I was put out, I always woke up. Whenever I woke up, it's like, okay, when are you starting?
Denny's going to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wants to. He's going to have. He's probably have dinner. I'll be having mine soon too.
Well, thank you very much for dropping in, Denny. You're always welcome. We do this every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Well, hopefully, you get your printer sorted out, and I suspect it's not a G code issue, but the modified G code will help with priming and everything else, though.
So, Denny, I do a hangout on Wednesday nights on my channel, Astro Printer.
Okay.
So I do hangouts Wednesday nights.
Right there.
And that's me.
Yep, that's him.
I do my Hangout. So if you subscribe and ding the bell, I do Hangouts Wednesday nights as well. At
Okay,
7 p.m. Wednesday evenings.
Denny.
So
I got a picture here.
Let us know an update how you get on anyway, Denny, as well.
The reason I call Liam Ike stands for I know everything, because sometimes he gets on a roll explaining things to everybody about everything. And then a while back, he had to go to the hospital. He's in a doctor's office, and I found.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway,
but we all know we could have used a smaller emoji.
Yeah.
Y'all be nice.
You didn't need to use such a big emoji. It could have got half the size. It still would have worked.
Yeah, Jeff Dunham Walter, I think his name is.
That's funny.
All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
No worries,
Take
Denny.
care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's funny.
Yeah. Now, I think it's a mechanical problem with this printer, because it was doing nice work up to that point.
Possibly.
With that same strange G code, eh?
Yeah, either mechanical or electrical. Like one of these sensors is bad, or
yeah. That's
So
fine.
you-
It's an option. It's an option to
Kids are
improve the
running
G code
outside,
anyway.
Jerry.
What?
The kids are running outside. That's why the dogs are barking.
Yeah. Nikita. Yeah, I'll yell at her in a minute.
Yeah, Nikita seem to do
No, I wouldn't say rated R time, HVAC. Definitely not, Sergio. It's not rated R time. It's rated.
Well,
I'm blind. I'm blind.
in Michigan, it's almost 8. It's going on to 8 o'clock. Isn't that watershed time is over? So that's where the adult stuff starts.
No, we don't need to check out your My Fan page yet, Liam. Sorry.
I don't have one.
Thank you for the donations, everybody.
I'll subscribe to yours.
For 3 hours and 46 minutes now on YouTube and on my Facebook group and my Facebook page, with nobody on Facebook watching most of the time. So I don't know why I even stream there. But thank you very much. You guys take care. Anything you want to say before we leave?
Look after yourself, guys. Stay safe. And it's been a good stream, Jerry. It's great.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Betty Boop, for hanging out. Take care, everybody. And
Bye, Brandy.
See you in a couple days.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.